Why is it like that? I know I didn't pick that one. Yep. Uh, did they really use the Bible to enslave us? How and what way? I really want to know, like, I want to see somebody gonna bring some verses. I want some verses. I love hearing verses, man. Well, this is the verse. Uh-huh. You want me to lift my? I could put it on your leg so you don't have to bend. You put the towel on your leg. I want you hurting your back.
I don't want the dust to fall everywhere.
It's gonna be on the towel.
Yes. We could try it.
Or you could put it across that way.
Yeah.
That way over here, and then you can let it go.
Yeah. I don't really. I'm scared for it to fall on me because it spreads.
Oh, I got you.
So I want it to be on the bed.
Okay. Pull this in my box.
Get some more what?
Martin Payne. I think I've seen Martin Payne before.
Oh.
Let me bag up some.
Shoot, I can't. Okay.
What's good, bro?
What up, man? You alright?
Yup. I was just reading the
I
prompt.
think I remember you
I
from
think that,
Rachel Live.
yeah. I was in Rachel Live.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, this is a really good prompt. I like this.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about this. For sure.
Man, I can't wait to get some more people up in here to talk about this because I want to know. I want to know.
Yeah, I've been unlocking a lot of stuff dealing with this. I think that's gonna. I try to make this my niche in a way, man. I want to talk about a lot of godly things, man. Even if it gotta run the devil away. What's up, AJ? I miss you. Where you been at? AJ. You know, give me something.
I will let some more people come up before I start talking about it.
So what?
I said I will let some more people come on the panel before I start talking about it.
Get these taps and shares going real quick. Get some.
Oh,
That
for sure.
BB down there. I see BB down there too.
I got you, my boy.
For sure. EJ.
What's up, everybody?
But you don't love me no more, man?
Hi, AJ.
Bro, I ain't gonna be coming on TikTok lives no more.
You don't love me no more. And Rachel said hi. I don't know if you heard her voice.
I said hi,
Oh, what's
AJ.
up? What's up? Yeah, don't come on TikTok lives no more. I got shit to do. No. I'm only stopping through today, but what I do need, because yes, Kevin does have a good topic up. So for all the 8 people in here, let's tap him up. Let's get him up to 5K likes so you start the topic. Fill the boxes and share this out to like 10 friends. How about we do that?
Amen.
Real quick. What y'all been up to? Until then, we can have a what y'all been up to conversation while you tap.
Right. Exactly. Much, man. You already know. Same. Oh, we gonna make it. We gonna make it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Look, I'm gonna let y'all have this conversation because y'all already know me. I don't know a whole lot about the Bible, so I'm not gonna be up here talking about stuff I don't really be knowing. I'll be the first person to admit that, but at least I'm humble enough to be like, I don't really know that, but I'm gonna drop down to the comments. That's fine. But until then, let's tap it and get it out to people if we can. I just rather be honest than lie to y'all and be like, I know everything. I don't know. I don't know.
I know we can talk about real quick.
What?
Pretty Mocha, what's up, man? I appreciate you taking up for me that other day, man.
Pretty. I know.
Hey, Kev, I'm finna drop. I'm gonna get my other phone right here. I'm about to request. I'm gonna request before I drop. I don't know if I can do that same count, but I'm coming right back. Is what I'm saying. Let me right back up.
All right, for sure.
For sure. Welcome up, everybody.
Oh wait, well that phone dead. I just woke up from a nap. God damn it. Okay, when that charge up, I'll be switching. But till then, what it do? What it do? What it do?
Man,
Yeah.
what up?
What's up, Pretty?
And how am I picking up? All right, I don't know what happened when I was asleep, but I done put the AirPod in, and I hear. Oh, that's my husband's phone. Hold up. I can't. I'm hearing both. I hear my live and his. Hold up a second. I don't even know how this did this. Okay, I'm in action now. Am I starting it off? I'm starting to answer the prompt, or we still waiting?
Nah,
Oh no,
you
no, we ain't answering the hold up.
Oh,
You
At
need to start.
1.1K, like hold up. We gonna tap it to 5K real quick and we gonna
Yep.
share this live out. Get these
okay.
boxes filled, and
5K.
then we
Let's
gonna
get.
answer and they
5K,
just
man.
gonna drop. But yeah, if y'all wanna come up, go ahead. Come on up as long y'all also again, I'm just gonna say let's try to have like a productive conversation about this. I understand things are gonna get passionate. We start talking about the Bible and religion and stuff. That's perfectly fine. But let's keep it respectful, keep it classy. Let's have a good convo. That's all I ask. And I won't snatch you up out these boxes. Until then, we gonna tap it to 5K. We only at 1.3. I'm gonna stop tapping because I ain't gonna tap it all the way to 5K and then we gonna start. So y'all gotta tap. And then I'm gonna drop down when we hit the 5K. So then y'all can start your topic.
Figure it out, y'all. Y'all need some help tapping. Go ahead and share it to some of y'all peoples.
Yeah, poor. Share it out. It'll be fun. It'll be fine. We'll have a good conversation.
Oh, pretty Mocha. I did want to talk about that. Like, what happened though when I left?
Yeah, I don't like the way they was presenting what you said to Cartel. You know what I'm saying? Like Cartel, he didn't just take everything they said at face value,
He
but
did.
it
I was
really,
gonna say he messed with me though, so you already know I ain't about to
yeah,
just talk on his back
he
like that.
didn't. He didn't feed into it. I didn't hear his responses prior to me sending you that
Thank you,
live,
Martin, for
but
tapping
I
the
didn't know
screen.
how it was fitting to go. So I'm like, hold up, because it didn't go how y'all saying it when his intent and what he was saying had nothing to do with him hate, because it was like a hating on Cartel kind of standpoint or kind of like talking point they was putting it as. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't what they was making it, and I'm like, it's a twist of words. But Cartel, he didn't even feed into it. What
Yeah, it was
happened?
just because the host didn't like I was holding her accountable. That's
I
all
walk
it was.
there.
Right.
Yeah, I walk up here. Yeah,
Okay.
and so he kind of like brushed over it and just was
Yeah.
like, it is what it is kind of thing. He ain't finished it.
What here happened? I ain't see. I wasn't around for that one.
Nah, I was in another
I
live.
ain't trying to be around, so I'm gonna let y'all have that. That sounds crazy.
All right, look,
Kev,
you
who
go
you
ahead
make
and
mad this time?
you go come back to
Listen,
me, Kev,
say
because
nothing,
I'm
Miss
finna
Black.
walk to the corner store. I'm going on mute till I get back. Put my other phone on the charger. And the store at the corner. I'll be 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, the only person tapping is Martin down there, so we're gonna take a minute to
Martin.
get to 5K.
Martin. It got even slower when we say get the 5K. It's
Man,
Right.
I'm still tapping right now as we speak.
there we
That's what I'm
go.
saying. I only see you tapping. I ain't
Martin.
tapping. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But
Look,
Gina in here.
now I'm gonna tell you why, y'all. I don't tap because every time we be like, "Can everybody tap the screen?" It ain't nothing but mods ever tapping the screen no more.
Right.
And I ain't doing that no more. Yeah, no. So I just need y'all tapping. It
Ah,
looks
shit.
like share it out. That's all I need y'all to do, and then I will drop to the comments. Y'all can do whatever you want.
I try to show love on everybody live I go to. For
I
real.
appreciate you, Martin. Everybody need to be like Martin. We need a keychain that said "Be like Martin."
What? Mhm.
Be like Martin. When you go into a live, ask yourself, what would Martin do?
You funny as hell.
And then when
Hey,
we
I was drinking a beer. You just
5K,
made me choke, man.
Just saying. You
We
walk into a live and you're like, would Martin tap the screen? Martin would definitely tap the screen. Tap the screen. I see Rude Life coach tapping too.
I ain't seen him live I remember I seen him some years ago though. I ain't seen him in a while. What up, man?
What's up, everybody?
Hey, what's going on?
Y'all come off mute. We could talk. We just ain't talking about the topic till we get to 5K, but yeah. We could talk about whatever. Don't mind me.
Yeah, how everybody day was.
It's been fantastic. Like, I mean, it's look, every day is a good day as long as I am vertical and I don't have a toe tag. So,
Hey, I hear that.
that part. Now, if I'm, vertical with a toe tag, y'all better be asking questions.
Yeah,
Questions too, because that's crazy.
that
But,
sounds like a zombie.
right. That's what I'm saying. You gotta be, so calm. What's up, Elijah? Welcome to the panel.
Hello.
The panel. So we just tap until we get to 5K. Once we hit the 5K, we'll start with the topic or whatever. If you want to tap, share the screen. But other than that, how was your day today?
It's been good. You know, if anybody taps while they're on the panel, it actually shadow bans a
It
lot.
actually does it. That they used to do that. It don't do that no more.
You don't
You
do
can
that
tap
no more.
on the boxes now. The
Yeah,
only
I'm
person who
tapping since
can't
I
tap the
joined, my
screen is
boy.
the host. If the host starts tapping his own screen, then it's gonna shadow ban the whole live.
That's true.
Yeah, he's the only one that can't tap. So Kev, get your finger out, get your little grimy little twigglers off your own screen.
Hey y'all, 3 point. Yana in the building. Come on up, Yana.
Come up, yeah.
I was taking
Oh,
away.
that's crazy. What is that?
Ooh, what the heck, Rue? Something going on here, baby.
I'm about to kiss Laugh for Learn in the fucking mouth.
Uh
Hey,
oh.
Oh boy,
You
man.
got to meet me first.
I'm scared.
No.
My day included a
yeah,
toe
request.
custom toe ring in the form of a huge bruise
DDG.
that I got from missing a kick on a heavy bag.
Oh dang. Yo,
Yeah.
I haven't seen like a toe ring in a minute. I didn't even
Oh,
know.
I'm joking. It's not a toe ring. My toe is bruised the hell up because I
Oh
missed a
shit.
kick. I messed up a kick when I was working a heavy bag yesterday, and it
Oh
was a hard kick, and I jammed my toe up pretty bad. I'm
dang.
surprised I didn't break it.
Well, I'm sending you some speedy recovery vibes, my friend. I know that sucks. That gotta
Yeah,
hurt like a bitch.
yeah, it's purple like a freaking cassava.
Oh man. Yeah. But it's funny though. You did say toe ring because I literally was thinking about that. I ain't seen anybody rock a toe ring and not since I think like 2000. What?
Boy,
Yeah, I
Word.
haven't seen
2000?
one of those in ages.
That's.
oh, ring.
I feel like I just aged myself, but damn. What, toe ring or ankle bracelets? Do people even wear ankle bracelets anymore?
When they wear sandals and stuff, maybe. I think I might have
I
seen
don't know. I
some.
don't be paying attention to people's, hooves. So I
Right.
don't. I
Word.
don't be knowing.
I see who.
I
Uh,
don't. I don't be knowing.
I
But
I know some people wear ankle bracelets, but they got batteries.
Nah.
right. And I ain't talking about like the law enforcement ankle bracelets.
Oh man.
I was
Bad.
talking about like
Oh man.
the little gold ones or whatever. Like no judgment. I mean, if you got one of those, that's cool or whatever. I guess. I mean, that's not cool, but hopefully you come off that and then you can be cool like the rest of us, or if
Well,
you want. But
I'm a fighter, so half my friends have a record.
yeah, right, right. Look, I'm not saying anything wrong with anybody got a record. I'm just saying like maybe get off that ankle bracelet for a minute. But that ain't the ankle bracelet I'm talking about. I'm just talking
Well,
about
I
like the
always
little
say, I always say, man,
protection.
hey, stop getting caught.
Look,
Right.
we listen and we don't judge.
Yeah,
Look,
I said the only difference between
look, Martin gonna listen to you and not judge. AJ gonna listen to you and judge if you say something stupid. If you come up to me and go, hey, yo, AJ, you know what I like? I like raisins and potato salad. I'm judging you.
Oh man.
Yeah, that I can't get
Yeah,
out
I'm
of
gonna judge you like real hard. If you came up to me and said, AJ, I saw this on TikTok. Somebody made mac and cheese in the air fryer. I'm judging the hell out of you because what are you doing?
it.
Judging. Judges.
You funny as hell.
If you think your toilet paper goes under and not over, I'm judging you.
I want stuff flying all over the place.
Oh, I got you.
Judging you hardcore. What's up, Bert?
Real business.
Yeah.
What's next?
That's why I said, yeah, I tried.
I see it in her face. She's like, I
Tap
got
the screen,
Come
y'all.
in,
I can't be the
Perkins.
only one. Tap the screen.
I need that little
Come
thing.
on up, Perkins. Welcome up. I ain't seen him in forever.
It's been a while. Been working.
Yeah, there's like this little.
What's up? Yes, they do. Yes, what do?
Yeah.
If I'm judging dudes, if you don't got flexible wives, I'm judging y'all as a dude.
What is that?
What's Perkins?
Hey, Parkin.
Yeah.
It was just Rachel. I was just saying hi.
Hey,
I
what's good?
mean,
Man, my
I
toilet
feel
can't
like
take
I
a
would be
flushable
judging
wipe.
anybody if you ain't got at least
I judge
flushable
you.
wipes in your bathroom.
If you don't got them, I'm like,
That's like me not judging you if I walk in your bathroom and you ain't got no toilet paper. I'm gonna be very confused.
Oh, I'm totally
at
judging.
least have both. Have both. At
I'll,
least have one or the other. At least one
I'll
or the
judge
other or
you.
both.
You
I'll
see
judge
her
you if you don't have some
box.
good washcloth or bath brush.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not like that was a cute trend and all, but I live in a realm of honesty and not delusion. And this thing called reality. A reality is I'm a human being, so I'm gonna judge. That is what we do. Unfortunately, that sounds cute.
What the?
What, bro? Are you deep frying Honda Civics? What is happening? All right, I'm gonna mute him until his scary dragon noises go away. I don't know what's happening.
Over there.
I had my on my stomach. That might have been my guts.
Wow.
Nah, bro, that was crazy.
Whoa.
This do Kev do. Kev just disappear and go get snacks and come back.
Yeah, I just ate a bunch of food.
Oh yeah, that Kev does that to us every day. What you talking about?
That's
You know,
I
okay.
I once sat in Kev's live one time, and he left 4 times to go get 4 different snacks and didn't share not one of them.
When he gets quiet, I know for the fact he got some snacks.
Oh, facts, yeah,
Kev,
yeah.
what you snacking on, big dog?
He ain't smacking yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Said
I
not
don't
yet.
watch Kev go get like 2 bowls of cereal, then come back with some Teddy Grahams, then come back with a Reese's. I was like,
Or a
dang,
sandwich or
bro.
some hot wings or a slice of pizza or something.
Right.
No,
Say
come
my
on.
man's eating good, huh?
And then he came back. He's like, sorry, y'all, I'm eating. I'm like, what are you eating? He's like, wings. I was like, dang, bro.
Can I
Break
get a
bread.
piece? Damn.
Break bread. Feed thy neighbor.
Right. I was like, dang, bro.
Bird.
Bert, Bert.
Man, my cat's looking at me like she's judging me.
Cat's always
That's for the
jumping.
most judgmental. I can't talk. I got a wiener dog. So,
Not that little wiener
They
dog.
look judgy.
yeah, they judgy as hell.
I know cat good.
What color is your
Judgmental.
dog?
Look like that
Yeah.
good.
He's a little wiener dog. He's a beagle dachshund. He's a doxel.
Dogs look up to you.
Oh, them little ankle biters.
Yeah, no, he's a wiener dog. Like he's just a wiener dog. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, ankle biters.
Yeah. You know what I mean? He ain't very tall, but is he gonna look at you and judge you? Yeah.
Okay,
We're not that far from a dog chihuahua.
All right, we at 5K, y'all. I
There
guess.
you go. There you go. All right. We
Hold
gonna
on,
start it off. Yeah. So let's start it off. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for
It's about the Bible.
here to the 5K. But before we start real quick, I just need everybody to stay respectful. Let's keep it classy. I understand things are gonna get passionate in here. This is a sensitive topic, sometimes can be, but it is a good conversation. So let's have a good conversation. I'm gonna go ahead and drop because, like I said, I don't know enough about the Bible to be up here trying to be answering none of these
I
damn
touched this
questions.
something real quick.
So I'm gonna drop down and listen. But I'm gonna throw it all over to y'all.
I'm not going downstairs for this. No, no.
You can stay up here, Perkins, but I'm gonna go downstairs.
I'm not
Kev,
going
can you
downstairs. You don't see
respectfully
what I'm
drop me
talking about.
downstairs, please?
No flaming stairs. I'm not. Not touching this.
I hate this thing. My junk is so messed up. I need to update this. No, I ain't gonna update. I don't know why it's doing that. Touche in the building. Popped up right. Yeah,
Hey,
y'all.
can Sue come up?
This
Yo,
for this for now.
yo, kid.
Yeah,
Yo, what's the deal?
none.
Holy deal.
The deal is
He dropped, he
They
dropped,
Jesus.
saw him clip.
he dropped
They saw,
everybody.
they saw him on the live.
What's that? Did you say they seen?
Yeah, he made a comment.
He did.
He was like, he need to
What?
come.
Oh, you seen him? Oh, when they see it yesterday?
Who?
That far?
Yeah, we
Kim,
talking
I'm
about.
talking, y'all talking about me?
He said he seen my
Yeah,
toes.
when you said Kev need to clip them toes.
Oh, I seen the toesies. Yeah, I seen your toesies.
That was too far. That was too far, man. No way.
I need her to get them nails, clip the nails for my boy. He got the bird claws.
Hey,
Hey, I am now starting the propaganda. Ban the internet. Because why do everybody be having these fake personas that act like they fake here on this internet? Oh, it's a kid. Hi, little baby.
Martin Paynes.
That's my son.
Hi, little dude. I heard him talking.
Yeah.
Shay don't like the world, but he love the kids. Kids is the future. Make sure you treat them right.
For sure, for sure. I got them out here playing in the pool and they running around the yard trying to get some of this heat.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Whenever I hear people kids, I think of that Coming to America. Love the children. They are the future.
What was his name? Smexual Chocolate? Oh.
He said that's one of my favorite parts of that movie. That boy good. That boy crazy.
That boy good. He real good.
Word.
Yeah. Kev, what you doing, man? Who you getting on today?
Oh, we
Who you
getting on
getting on today?
all the all the non-believers.
I believe the children
About to
of the
be my new
future.
niche, man. I'm telling you, man. I love it. I love talking about the Bible and God. It just show everybody's other side. We gotta unlock it. I need to know
I
what.
believe the children of the future.
I need to
I'm
know who's
teaching.
with me for why. Why people with me for?
what the hell?
All right, let's get it, man. So, Pretty Mocha, I think you. Oh no, Martin was up here. He was the first one asking. Unless you wanted somebody else to go, I think.
We can let the ladies go first. I listen.
Okay, okay,
I'll be
okay.
right back, y'all. Hold on.
All right, brother John, big bro John, what's up, man? You been all right? Big bro John, I ain't seen him in a while. Mocha, what you got for me? Then we gonna get ruled in. Martin, you say you blessed, John. That's what I'd like to hear, man. You already know. Mocha must not be back then. Let's get ruled in real quick. What you got, my brother?
Hey. Well, for the first question, I would have to say I'd have to say no. They didn't have to use the Bible because, first of all, even with uh, the slavery we usually refer to, which is the transatlantic slave trade, that was actually started by Muslims, so they didn't need the Bible. That was literally started
Mm.
by Muslims. There's still slavery in Africa now under Islam. There's about roughly 25 million slaves in Africa. There were in 1830 3,776 free blacks owned almost 13,000 slaves. The biggest slave owner in the Carolinas was black, so it's not really an us and them kind of thing. It's more of a rich and poor kind of thing. Because one of the things we don't understand in the modern era is that for most of human history, slavery wasn't controversial. Anybody who could own slaves usually did. And there were different kinds of slavery. In the Roman Empire, there were slaves who were doctors. There were slaves who had mansions. There were different levels of that.
Mm.
He had a mansion and he was rich and he had different kinds. Then you look at the word, and I'll try to wrap up with this. You look at the word slave. It's the word Slav. A lot of us don't even know where it comes from. It comes from the Slavic people. The name of their people group became the word we use for human property because there were more of them sold than anybody else, over 8 million.
I think you're
And
referring to indentured servants,
no,
and
no, no,
that's
no. This is actual.
let
I'm a
me let
friend.
me let me finish my point, sir.
I'm not
I
done. I'm not done.
I agree with what you're saying, but
They
I
were
think that
indentured
you're
servants.
grouping the
Wait, hold on.
entire word of slaves into one, and that is not the case.
No, no.
There
I'm
were. Let me
not.
finish,
I
sir.
never
Sir,
mentioned. I never mentioned indentured servants.
I know
The word
that's my
itself.
sir. If you let me finish my point
Well,
before you rebuttal, then you can hear what I'm saying.
what you're doing is interrupting.
No, I let you talk, and when you stopped, and there was a long pause, I responded.
I stopped to breathe. I was finishing my point. I can be done.
Okay, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
But the point I was making is the very word comes from those people. They were not indentured servants. They were sold in such tremendous numbers that the name of their ethnicity became the word slave. Nobody was sold more than that. And they don't bitch about it.
Oh, hold on there, Martin. Wait a minute. See, that's what happens. It was his turn. Come back up here, Rude. It was Rude's turn. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rude was talking, man. You needed to wait for him to finish before you said that. So you were wrong.
I
Go ahead
literally
though. What's your point?
literally went back on mute so he could finish, sir.
Yeah, I know. Just yeah, I got up here too late, obviously. But go ahead and make your point now.
He's gone.
Yeah, I know. I still want to hear your point. Now I want to hear what you have to say. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, what I was saying was that he was grouping the entire word of slavery as he was generalizing, and there were different forms of slaves, is what I was trying to say. There were indentured slaves who were doctors and other professions, as he spoke of, but then there were also slaves who were not paid, and the religion were taught to them as a form of control. Christianity was. That's
I'm
what
I'm I'm not. I mean, he's not here, but I'm not sure he would disagree with you. I think the point he was making a very narrow point. You broadened it out. His narrow point was the Slavic people; those are slaves. Like he was making a point about the word, and
and
I don't
and,
know what the rest of his issue was.
and I was agreeing with him. That was my first thing I said. I agree with what you're saying, but there are also different types of slaves. That's what I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
saying.
yeah,
He
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
grouping. I was
Well, that's
saying
why
that he was using.
yeah, that's why you need to let him finish, right? And then we could tease out what the differences were. But I'm not sure what he was trying to say, to be honest with you. But I know he knows a lot about the Bible. He would have been good to have up here. Pretty Mocha, did Pretty Mocha go yet?
I don't know if she came back yet.
Wait, are y'all debating against or for the Bible?
It's up to you.
Well, I'm for the Bible, but
Well, then read the first. Well, what do you think about the prompts? The first two prompts. What do you think
um,
about them?
I think by they, I think colonizers did use the Bible to enslave us in a way, but that doesn't mean that they were right, and that doesn't mean that there isn't a God because of that. And it's stupid that a lot of people use that as a reason to try to reject God.
Fair enough. I just came up here to get some order. I wasn't planning on staying. Because I don't know. You guys know more about the Bible than I do. I have to humble myself. Pretty Mocha, are you there?
He done
Awkward.
fell asleep already. All right.
Hey, Kevin, what was that noise I heard on your microphone a few minutes ago?
Oh, you
That
scared me.
saw. I heard like a sawing sound. What was that noise I heard? Was that her working on your toes with a
It's a,
saw?
it's a
Yeah,
operation.
it's what?
It's an operation.
Well, I mean, when I heard that, the first thing I thought was, "Damn, but those toenails?
I
What is
do
she
got a
doing?"
question for the host.
Brandon, what's on your mind, brother?
Yeah, I do got a question. You say at the end, any religion that expresses love and discipline is of God. Agree or disagree? I disagree, but I want to ask what the host thinks.
Kevin?
I like how you just skipped and asked me. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He skipped all into the last one too. That's crazy. But nah,
Because
I
I don't
gotta
know what
let
church
y'all
hurt
know
is.
later though. I'm at the end though.
Okay. Well, the reason why I
You already got you
disagree.
basically got my answer though. That's why I said agree to disagree. So you
Yeah, the
already
So
know.
reason.
Brandon, just give us your opinion. Like the
Yeah, the
host,
reason why I
host like the.
disagree is because my main book of worship, where I don't worship the book, I worship Christ. But still, the book that comes for Christ and from Christ warns us of false prophets, right? And in what way would false prophets, get to us than through different religions and different beliefs in what God, our Christian God, Jesus Christ, goes against. Like let's take a core belief from the Islamic religion, like how pork can ruin a person's body. But Jesus said, whatever comes from the outside cannot defile a person from within. And that is one of the many messages that contradicts what Jesus Christ was teaching. And that's why I believe that they are not the same God, and that God doesn't exist at all, the Islamic God at least, because it contradicts a lot of what Jesus taught. And just because it expresses love and discipline, it doesn't mean that they're the same.
All right, very good. And just so you know, hold on. Just so you know, this isn't so much a debate as a discussion. Like you thought it was a debate, it really isn't. We're just discussing it.
Okay. Oh, that's fine.
That's
That's even
normally,
better.
yeah. So,
That's even better.
yeah. You came up. You can take off your armor. You can take off your armor. We're
All
just
right,
having
all
a
right, all
discussion.
right,
I can tell by the way you started. You like, all right, who's against it? And we find out who my foe is, but it
Man,
ain't that kind of party.
on TikTok, everything's a debate, bro. Like,
No,
Greetings,
no,
greetings, greetings.
not so much here. What's going on, T God? What's up? What's up with you? What's on your mind?
What's going on? Kid, what's happening? So, according to the prompts, say, did they really use the Bible to enslave us? I mean, who is us? Because to something, to a degree, you're a slave. It's a mindset. I mean, religion is still used as a tool, no matter what God you worship. It's only one, no matter what you call them. But, it's the ideologies and the dynamics of groups that create new things. Is it easier to believe in God or not? Why? Belief is a system that lacks knowledge.
that's
Through his ways
a good
and
question.
understanding his word, not just one interpretation of his word, because if you get down to the nitty gritty, the original was written in a language that no longer is in circulation for a reason. But life give everyone the opportunity to create, you know what I'm saying, operate and destroy. But we tend to choose either what we grew up learning from that was passed down through generations, or we find a newfound thing, not a thing or a person, or a new walk of life, and it brings you about trying something new, and you feel it is an enlightened path, and it's overall more important than the other. But what is church hurt, and how is it displayed? Church hurt is when the church stopped giving this person what they asked for, because they done became somewhat of a burden to the church, but they know the church T. How is it displayed? I just seen it today. I just so happened to go pick up a car, and I was looking at the lady, and I'm like, you look familiar. I asked her, did she ever attend so-and-so church? And she confirmed, and it was a church that I went to, and she started spilling the tea, and I immediately told her, like, hey, I wasn't there for that, so I didn't get involved in it. Said that to say this: a lot of time people go to the building for all the wrong things, so it become a show, and you miss the message because you're so focused on the messenger. Any religion that express love and discipline is of God. Agree or disagree? All religions are of God to some degree. Each religion created ideologies to create separation, which is the dynamics of group when it comes to, how it benefits to that thus said religion. But God is one, and the idiocy of man trying to play God in the sense that he shouldn't create these different ideologies. I land my plane.
Very good. Gina, thank you so much, Toe. Gina, what's on your mind? Go through the prompts for me, if you would.
So, did they really use the Bible to enslave us? How and what way? Wow. Well, um, that's a typical question. How did they really use the Bible? Well, they took your own religion away, for one, and taught you something different. And this is the only right way, of course, according to everybody else. There's only one way. Is it easier to believe in God or to not? It's easier to it's easier to. And I'm going to tell you, because if you truly did believe in God, I mean, if you really believe in God, well, the God of the Bible, so to speak, it's scary. He's a scary person to believe in. And a lot went took place and went down according to that Bible that I don't doesn't just jive well with me. And
Like what? Like what? Like what? Like what? Like what?
um, uh, saying that it's pretty much okay to own people. The I can't try to think of all the Bible things through my running through my head right now. All these verses. They didn't they unalive God unalive. They tricked Adam and Eve for one with a with cutting.
You say God did what? God did what to Adam and Eve?
They tricked them.
God tricked them?
Well, no, when he created the creature, that did trick him, though.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I don't know. This is a very complicated. Religion is very.
So it's interesting, right? So did he trick Adam and Eve, or did he give Adam and Eve free will?
I think he kind of tricked them.
Okay.
I mean, there was free will, but they didn't know of anything other. Like they were like children, as if they were like children. I don't think they knew but any better. They didn't
Well, I mean, he did tell them.
know
He told Adam, right, what not to do, right?
yeah,
So how did he trick him? I don't understand how he tricked him if he told him beforehand what not to do.
because he created a creature that was smart and cunning.
Mm.
So I don't know. That's what I mean. Like the Bible can be. That's why it's scary to believe in God and in all these stories because they're very severe. They're very extreme, and then it can go a lot of different routes and ways. And like I don't understand. Like when the washing of the feet, when Jesus, like why did he have to be? Why are they all not wearing clothes? I don't know. I don't know.
Got anything else?
Yeah. Wait.
You
Wait.
good?
I
Go
think
ahead.
I'm good now. Yeah.
All right, we'll give you a rest. Warlock, what do you think of anything you've heard? Also, the prompts go.
I literally just got here, but the last thing that I heard was the little back and forth between you and the young lady for the past 2 minutes. And
Okay.
I've often wondered the same thing myself. If in fact if I tell you not to touch that hot ass stove, and you touch the hot stove, how did I trick you? If in fact you believe in the fact that you have free will, how is somebody tricking you if you have free will to do or not to do? That was a question.
Oh,
It's a,
oh,
it's a good question. Gina, go ahead.
sorry. I don't know. Well, I was like they. Well, that's true. Oh, that's one point to bring up. Exactly. That's also true.
Can you think
That's
of
how
any place?
people.
Can you
That's
think?
all I
Hold
got.
on, Joetta. Hold on, Joetta. So Gina, so I don't think the Garden of Eden story works well for being tricked, right? Because it just doesn't seem to bear out. Can you think of any place else in the Bible where man was tricked by God?
No, not really. He told them flat out what was going to happen.
All right, so all right. Well, then we got to be careful about our assertions. I think. Joetta and then
Yeah.
Chrissy, go. It's okay, Gina.
Okay, and I wanted to just enlighten her on a little bit. Then I'll go to the prompt if you don't mind. Um, yeah, and Warlock broke it down. God, the Father, wouldn't trick his two creations. And if you really dig into the Bible more, the Most High God didn't even plant the tree. He knew it was an evil tree in the garden that Satan planted, and that's the reason why he says, eat of every tree, but don't touch that one. Satan planted that tree there, not God. He knew it was there, the tree of good and evil, the tree of knowledge. Okay, so yes, he gave us free will. Eve, the woman, who got the knowledge first, like women are running around today talking about, I got knowledge, I got knowledge. Eve is lifting her ugly head again today with education. Okay, and it's just history repeating itself. Now, and I'm going to land on that. Did they really use the Bible to enslave us? Now, when I think of us, I think of mainly black people. And yes, they did. They took the Bible and they used it against us to keep us, our minds, enslaved. Okay? The Bible is actually a true book for the Hebrews, wrote by the Hebrews to the Hebrews, God's chosen people. Okay? He says, I came only to the house of the lost sheep of Israel. Okay? But through Israel's fall, now the Gentiles may come in also. But Israel, the Hebrews, is the root of the tree. And until you find that knowledge out and who these true people are, and they're rising, because them fake-ish people over there is not the real people today. Okay? We have been hidden in Psalms 183, 1 through 7, tells you that these people would be hidden in the earth and everybody would be going against them and they will stay at the bottom. The Most High put us in this situation and to take him to get us out. Can't no man undo what the Most High have done to the Hebrews. And the truth is coming forth. Okay, so yes, they did use the Bible to enslave us. And now not only us, they have enslaved a lot of Gentiles too. Okay, so we're all in this modern slavery together, but it was first used against the melanated people. And that's the truth if you just really want to keep digging and digging into it. Is it easier to believe in God or not? The spirit is in all of us. There's one part of us that you know in your heart of hearts there is a God, because the first thing you say when you're in trouble, oh my God, oh God, oh God this, oh God that. Okay, that's the first thing that come out your mouth. Even if you're in get ready to see yourself in a major accident, the first thing you say is oh my God. That may be the last words you say. Okay, it's in us. Y'all just don't let them show and manifest and get to know what's inside your spirit.
All
What
right.
is church? What is church?
Before you go too far, I'm sorry, because we do have a full panel, so we're just gonna keep it on the
Okay,
first. Yeah.
okay, I
First,
got you. I
first
got you,
two,
sis.
Yeah, first two is good. Yeah.
first two is
Okay,
good. All right.
okay. I
All right,
land.
so let's land your plane right there. And so we used to have a saying in the military. I mean, it's an old saying. I mean, you guys probably heard of it. The saying goes, there are no atheists in the foxhole, right? It kind of goes to what Joetta was saying, right? About, even people who quote unquote don't believe will holler God's name, when they're in a place of high stress, right? So that there's something to what you were saying. And the other thing is this on question number, well, this probably skips ahead a little bit, but we're kind of on it. I think that to be an atheist requires a hell of a lot of faith, right? Because think about it. So it's one thing to have faith in a creator, faith in God, but it takes a lot of faith to believe there is no creator. Like that takes a lot of faith too, right? So I always call atheism the largest religion, because it does require faith to be an atheist. Chrissy, first two questions and respond to anything you've heard. Go.
Um, I mean, I feel like when it comes to like, did the Bible enslave us? How and why? I believe people use the script by taking like certain verses in it to manipulate and control. Today, I don't think that's a thing today. But back then, of course, even some parents did it. Like, for example, my mom used to use the words to weaponize. So yeah, I think people use the words and verses in the Bible, but I don't. I guess that's saying yeah, they did. The second one, is it easier to believe in God or why not? Well, of course, it's not. It's easier not to believe because in order to believe, we was talking about this last week. You have to be accountable, and the Bible requires that. So when you have a belief, it requires accountability, faith, and you have to live by a standard. And most people feel like that puts them in some type of box, and it doesn't. So yeah, I think it's easier for people not to believe in God because it takes away their accountability. I'm done.
Pretty Mocha, are you back yet? Okay, Pretty Mocha. Chrissy,
Yes.
you are now the moderator for this panel. Enjoy.
Who hasn't gone yet? Togo?
I went, y'all missed. My name Toga.
Oh, my bad, my bad. Okay, so everybody went except for Pretty. Okay, May just came up. Oh, Pretty's back. Okay,
I swear to
Pretty.
God, I just told my husband, like, oh, dang, I still got my life. Because I came from the store. We started talking. Did y'all hear about the stuff that happened in Cincinnati? He was telling me about the Cincinnati brawl between, like, the white folk and the black folk. And it was an update today. But this is the first time I heard about it. I don't want to
Mm.
derail the live, but I was talking to
Yeah,
Matt about that for a little bit.
yeah, I heard about it. I live in Ohio. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
pissed off. I ain't going to hold y'all. I'm pissed. But to the topic, um,
The first two questions.
okay. Excuse me, baby. Did they really use the Bible to enslave us? How, in what way? I don't think it was to enslave us. I think it was to manipulate control over us. Um, so I guess there would be enslavement, right? But I was thinking about like,
Uh-oh, what happened? Okay. I guess I could answer since I didn't. Okay, I'll answer since Pretty probably got to come back. So, okay. In because we were already like in my opinion, we were oh, she's coming back.
all right,
Pretty, are you ready?
I'm back. Lord have
Okay,
mercy.
come on, Pretty. We can't
It's
do
a
this
good
all
thing
day now.
I put it
Yeah.
on the charger before I left. Now this one charged, that one did. But all right, here we go. Boom. So I guess that is pretty much enslavement, right? To manipulate control over us. So I would have to say yes. How? Yes, baby. Yes. How and in what way? So wow, you know what? We've always said that, right? We've always known it, but I never had to actually elaborate on it to really pinpoint certain points and details, right? So this is the first time I'm actually thinking it through to find my points. Now, when we always said that, we thought about it like whenever I would say it was all that, obey and turn the other cheek and XYZ. So, they would say stuff to the slaves, and we won't get into heaven if we don't abide by this, and we won't, be with the Lord if we don't do that, and this, that, and the third, right? Meanwhile, they was doing all this hideous, horrendous stuff to us. You get what I'm saying? So it was like a manipulation tactic, because it's like, if this is what you're teaching and preaching, how come you're not practicing? So that's why I think it was a manipulation tactic, because they weren't, obviously didn't believe in it in the way that they were teaching it to us, because they didn't live by it. And so it was, always just those scare tactics, and they used the Bible to enforce that fear, to keep us in line, to keep us to not act out. And that's why, we all super welcoming and loved our neighbor and forgiving. Those are all Christian qualities. I mean, I think it's anybody that is of God qualities, but since we're talking about the Bible relating to Christianity, it's those qualities come from that. So, we kept that practice. It's like, oh, no matter what happens to us, we just turn the other cheek. We just forgive and forget. We, love thy neighbor. So, in those, that's how, in what way that I can recall, whenever I use the term, like, I mean, they use the Bible to enslave us or manipulate. Whenever I'm coming from that talking point, that's where I'm coming from. All that, like, just being good no matter what happens to you, and then you gonna make it into the pearly gates. Like, that's the best way I
I
can
mean,
put it, y'all.
All
Sorry.
right.
oh, I thought you was done. May I ask a question about this enslavement? If anybody have read Deuteronomy 28, chapter 28:15, I think it said verse 68, when it specifically says in that chapter that you would be brought over here by ships, and you would be bondman and bond women, slave man, slave women. And he was talking to the children of Israel, if they broke these commandments, that they were going to go uh, into slavery by the way of ships. And all the curses are in there. I don't know if you guys have ever read them, but I challenge any of you to read them, because those curses only fit one group of people. It said that your wives were going to be raped. It says your children were going to be sold. It says that you would never see your children again. It says you will be oppressed always in this land that you are coming to, that your forefathers wasn't over here yet, but the Indians were, the indigenous people were, who are our brothers. I mean, it's telling Israel, and it's a bunch of curses in there, even down to the food, that you will be eating chitlins and hog maws and pig feet and all that old kind of junk. I mean, all that is in there. And who was raised and who went through these atrocities? And there was a lot of slavery in the Bible, but chattel slavery was the worst. And that's the reason why it was recorded in Deuteronomy 28. The curses, they're there. So yes, God did let that slavery take place because of our forefathers' disobedience. And it does say in there, let the curses fall on our children and our children's children and our children's children's children. It is still down on us today. And now look at our children today. It even says that in the last days that monsters, that the women would turn into monsters and would bring forth monsters. Do we see a lot of monstrous women out here today and their monstrous kids? The Bible is real. And it points to one group of people, and this group of people is coming awoke. This group of people is coming alive. They're checking these women, they're checking these kids, and they're checking YT supremacy. We are rising, because the real man and the real woman of this universe, which is us, is waking up, and we're going to get the Gentiles together too. Some of them are going to realize what's happening, and if that spirit is in you, we all get ready to go through them pearly gates. Or you're going to love this world. He's drawing the line in the sand right now. Choose wisely. I land with that.
And another thing is like a lot of people want to say that the image of the Messiah doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. However, that was another control tactic because if it didn't matter, why bother to whitewash him? Why bother to hide his identity and change his identity, right? But
Exactly.
if you would have kept him white, that would have. I mean, I'm sorry, if you would have kept him black. I'm sorry, they would have kept the image of him black. That would have just empowered us more. Oh no, you can't let them know the truth about themselves. They can't let them know that their savior Messiah looks like them, comes from them in their image. But the Bible told us hair like wool, skin like. I can't quote it verbatim. I don't like to.
I'll quote it for you.
What
It
is
said
it?
his feet. He said his feet is the color is like brass iron, as if it burned in the oven. The copper collar, as if it burned in the oven, and he have hair like wool.
Thank you,
Okay,
because I don't like
don't
quoting the book Bible wrong.
don't
Thank you.
nobody have woolly hair walking around on this earth but us. That we don't permit and leave it in its natural state. Our hair
Because
is
why wasn't
coarse, huh?
Islam used to enforce slavery? Why wasn't Buddhism used to enforce slavery? You get what I'm saying? Like they chose that specific one. Why? There was you get what I'm saying? You get what I'm asking? Like that ain't no coincidence.
Yeah. So yes, they even like you said painted Christ white. Why? If it didn't matter, why painting white? And had me
I answer the
and my
prompt.
mother had me bowing to this white man coming up as a child. Had my mother and my grandmother bowing because I think I'm probably the oldest person on this panel. Okay, had us bowing to this white man. Every time I was gonna get my butt whooped, I ran to the white T Jesus and said, "Please don't let me get this whooping." Which I got the whooping anyway, so I should have knew what no power there. But but yeah, they played a massive trick on the indigenous people and the chosen people of God. Which even though we're chosen, that don't make us special in no kind of way.
The
Okay, it just
chosen. Okay. I came
yeah,
back at
it
the
just
first time.
yeah, just because we are, don't make us special because we still got work to do because we failed
Since you
tremendously.
said
We failed.
chosen, I heard that term before. Chosen for what?
Okay, this is what we are chosen for. If you read the Bible, he says, "You, Israel, I chose you out of all the nation of the earth to be a special people unto me." Okay? Our job, our forefathers' job was to teach the Gentiles the correct way how to worship the Most High. But instead, our forefather chose to want to become like the Gentiles. This is a scripture. He says, since you want to be like the Gentiles, I'm going to put the Gentiles over you to see what the end of you will be. The Gentiles have been over us, and you see what the ending is, don't you? It ain't looking real good right now. That don't look real pretty for our children or the women and some of the men. It's not looking real pretty. Okay? I'm telling you, if you really just get with a right teacher that can break things down and connect that Bible to you, it connects like a jigsaw puzzle. So you guys just make sure that the puzzles are fitting properly and that book becomes alive to you. I don't do fake Christianity no more that I was raised under. I land.
Hey man. All right. Let's get BB in. What's up, BB?
Hey, Kev, how you doing?
I'm all right, man. I'm all
That's
right.
good. Good to hear your voice. Good to see you live. Good to see you live. Hey, panel. Hey, panel. I want to answer the questions. Nova, can you mute up, sweetie? Okay, thank you. Did they really use the Bible to enslave us? No, they did not. They used other people to enslave. Well, it also depends on who you call us. But no, people got other people enslaved. Did they use the Bible to manipulate it to their benefit? Yes, that's what they do. That's what they're still doing. They manipulated us in the sense of, not being able to read, right? If you read that book, you would know that the New Testament came about to bring the new law. And I'm pretty sure by the time slavery was, you know, bumping around, the New Testament was already written, right? So all those old laws and those old things about slavery and about this and about that and da 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 da, those things when the New Testament came about, they were already not a thing. That was just giving you the foundation of what happened before, right? But when slavery came about, of course, they were using it to manipulate because black people or slaves could not read. So I could tell you that it says Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall and Humpty Dumpty had a great fall if I wanted to, and you would have to believe it because you could not read. Um, and even today, I will say this is one thing that has happened that has continues to happen. A lot of people won't read. They'll take other people's information and accept it as their own, and that's also another problem. Just in our whole culture, race, whatever. Because there's so I hear the conversation a lot about they use it, they use it, they use it. No, nobody use nothing to do anything. You know, if they have the upper hand, they have the upper hand. Point blank. Period. The end. You know, and it's just that's just what it is. You know, they could have put up a green book and a red book and told you, hey, this says this and this says that, and called it Crooklyn, and said this is the like. So no, I don't. No, no. Is it easier to believe in God or not? It is easier to not believe in God, in my opinion, because a lot of people don't want to do what the Bible tells them to do, which is, you know, mostly from God. So it's easier to do wrong. It's harder to stay right. So yeah, I just want to say that I'm letting my plane there. Kev, thanks for having me up.
For sure. So now I see we got more people, so we're gonna try to piece them off now just to make it alive. So everybody sharing. Only I seen main thing share. Did Chrissy you share? I think I can trust you. I think she shared. Uh, the two new people. Did y'all share the live out? I want to see a couple of shares and stuff. I want some new fresh heads up in here. Get some lights going. Get some my brother Classic man in the building. What up, Classic in the building, man? You over there still? How do you know I got a message? I see you over there tussling with the people on that live. You see they resurfaced my video again. Or showing it. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but whatever. But yeah, you know, they're arguing with them people. You know they ain't got no brain.
Kev, when you said the first and second John, I thought you meant the yellow and then how and what. I didn't know the answer. Is it easier to believe in God or not?
Nah, we just gonna piece them off. We gonna do actually this just the yellow in the first one because they connect with each other. So the yellow and that. So we're gonna do that with the two new people that's up here that I didn't think I heard from. So it
I
may.
didn't say nothing
Huh?
yet. I said I didn't say anything yet.
I know you did. That's why I said two new people that haven't said anything.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I got his main thing. You go? I know she just like coming up here showing a little picture and stuff. Look at me looking at her. It's like that. All right, yeah, she good. She said I'm listening, of course. All right, man. All right, let's go. You can go ahead, DK. What you got for me? We just on the yellow one, and how was it that way? That's all we.
Okay. Did they really use the Bible to enslave us? How, what, and why? I hate to say it, but I feel like they used Christianity to gain power over the world in general. I feel like that's how it was so easy for people to flip Christianity and make it something for slavery and make so many people ride with it because Christianity from the beginning of days was forced upon people, was pushed upon people. Christianity, I feel like other than how they say it was in the Bible, Christianity never really had a great streak. How did they use the Bible to enslave us? They made a whole slave Bible saying with a whole bunch of rules just for black people. They literally turned their whole religion just to enslave people. So I don't know who came up here and said she doesn't feel like they did, but they definitely did. And they only did because, like somebody said earlier, they used the fact that we already had culture and religions and beliefs and all of that. They used that and pushed their beliefs and made it so we didn't really have made it so it was illegal and beat our beliefs out of us basically.
Okay. Let me get me just you. Oh, I should have been followed her. I just noticed I ain't follow Pretty. I'm for sure following her now, man. I ain't gonna never forget that day she took me. All right, just go ahead.
I mean, I don't disagree with nothing nobody said. I mean, they definitely appealed to the spiritual aspects. And that was it. And that's still happening now to this day, where you try to find a soft spot to agree upon. And once you in there, and that's what became of it. Is it easy to believe God?
We're not
I
on that
think it
one
is.
yet. We're not on that yet. We're not on that yet.
Okay.
So if you
Well,
want to
that's
just
all I have to say.
expound more on the first one, or are you already done? Then we can do open panel from. Oh no, we're gonna get game time and then open panel. Then we go to the next.
No,
So
y'all
you
can get, yeah, somebody else can get some
okay?
after
For sure. All right. Game time. You do. Oh no. We got yeah, you can do that game time. Then Varzo and game time. Which one? You game time when you want? You want to go? You a mod, so you get to choose and go now or later.
I'll just go now and make it real quick.
All right.
No, they did not use the Bible to enslave us at all. And I say that because we're speaking further to America. Christianity's been around way longer than America was, so we can't really use that because black people was already slaves when they came to America. They were slaves, so they didn't use Christianity to get them on the so-called boats, if they use boats, whatever you want to call it. So can't use that at all. I don't really believe in that one, and that's why.
Okay. Varzod.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on? Just call me V or Val, man.
Yeah, let me go ahead. Yeah, gotcha.
How you doing? How you doing, panel?
I'm good.
My name's Val Zod. I'm an agnostic atheist. I'm 37. Did they really use the Bible to enslave us? The Bible is a instrument of control. It was used as an instrument of control, and it could be used on a large level. It could be used on a small level. So yes, they did use the Bible to enslave our people. It's one of the tools that they used, and it's still running strong today.
I'm sorry, what was the
Uh,
question?
all right, so we on open panel. We can do that for like what 10 minutes, and then we can get to this next topic. I mean, yeah. But 10 minute open panel. Let's get it.
Yeah, I don't understand that, man. Like I don't get how they use the Bible to enslave
Eh,
us. I
Game
don't.
time. Game time. I got a question for you. Are you a Christian first and foremost?
Yeah, I'm a Christian.
How have you read the Bible from beginning to end, from Genesis to Revelation?
Somewhat.
Okay, so you have a limited knowledge of the book.
Okay.
So I would just say just that alone is a perfect reason why you cannot understand it
Nah, you can't use
totally.
that. No, you can't say
Okay,
that
watch.
because
Okay, beautiful, perfect. Have you read the first 5 books?
yeah, I read the first 5 books.
Okay. In the first 5 books, did Yahweh give the Israelites laws of slavery?
Did he give them laws of slavery? Yeah, he did technically.
Okay, so the God of the Bible created laws of slavery to enslave, to own other people. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
He didn't really give. He didn't say you should enslave them.
Yes, he did.
He said
Yes,
if
he
you
did.
had, he said if you
Yes, he
had
did.
slaves, he
Yes.
said,
Listen, he
eh,
did.
he
He
said if you
told them
had
what to
slaves,
do.
if you
Oh
had
my
slaves,
gosh.
you took them
No, I
as
would
slave
say
masters.
ask him a
That's
question. Let
not
him
what the scripture
answer.
says,
Let
brother.
him answer the
Hold
question.
on, chocolate.
No, let him
Hold on.
answer. You ask him a question, then you stopping him. Let him
Oh,
answer.
okay. Chocolate. This is how conversations go. Sometimes we interrupt a little bit. That's just normal.
I
But
get
my
it, but
question again.
Ask
I
him
answered the
again.
I'm
question. I'm
sorry.
letting you know that he didn't say you should have slaves. He said if you had them, and he showed how to treat them. He also for different regions, also for people in their own region.
Really? Okay. Well, if in the scriptures, I don't have my Bible on me to get the specific verse, but I believe the verse is in the rule. I think this is in Leviticus, the book of Leviticus. He tells them to go into the land to lay waste to everything, man, woman, child, animals, and take the virgins for yourselves.
Okay.
Okay, that is that is a command, a rule that they must do. If they don't do it, then they will be in trouble with the Most High.
What
That's how he operates.
I
Oh,
have my
it's
Bible. I have my Bible. Leviticus where? I've never read that. Let me. I got my
And
Bible right
wow.
in front of me.
he's not
You
wrong.
guys,
He's not wrong.
wow.
That is in there, but it's not saying like take a slave. See,
The book,
that's like that's
the
a
first
full.
five books. Let me give you my full premise. Let me give you my full premise. The first five books, the Torah, the foundation of all that you could believe from a Christian perspective, is anti-woman and anti-independent thinking.
No, it's
You
not.
cannot have you cannot have independent thought
No, it's not.
outside of the Torah.
No, it's not. You're wrong. It's
Women
not. It's not.
and let me finish my premise. In the Torah, he gives them laws of sleeping with other men's slaves. You can do that. You can take another man's slave, sleep with her, and then give her back and just pay him money. And you can do that and you could also take hold of a young woman, lay with her, deflower her, and pay her father, and go to the church and say, "Hey, I'm sorry, God," and everything is good. That
You
is a
change.
law.
You
That is a
change.
law to the Israelites. No,
Hey,
that
let
is a
me
law.
give you
I
out
used
of
to
context.
First and foremost, my history. Watch this. My history. I used to be an Israelite. I used to
That's
be one of
fine.
them Israelites, right? And
But you're taking me out of context, though.
we do intensive study. We do intensive study. These are laws. When I
Or
say
Old
laws,
Testament.
just like don't run a red light. Yeah, that's how they operated. You can
You
take
taking
hold of a young woman,
You're taking
and
everything out of context, though. You're not putting everything in
how is it out of
context.
context?
Because when they took the woman, they had to pay for it because they weren't supposed to do it anyway.
I
Because
just said it.
now you
I that's
deflowered her. But
Go to
how
bed.
you
That's
said
called
you said
prostitution. That's
nah, you go.
prostitution.
It wasn't prostitution because he
So
wasn't supposed to do it anyway.
Oh my,
He
that's
had to
ancient
pay.
time
let me try to
escort.
answer that what you was asked. You was saying was slavery good or bad? I already said good or bad first. I don't get who determines that. It depends on the reason. That's almost like asking is jail good or bad? And then did you
No,
know
it's not the
the
same. No,
reason why
jail
they
is
were
different.
slaves?
Jail is different. Jail is when you break the law or you do
Yes. And
something that
why you think
harms
they were
society.
slaves?
But to take people, but to go into a village of peace where they're minding their own business,
That's
and just
not how it
because you
worked in the
want, and
Bible.
just be listen closely, and just because you
What are you
want that
doing?
land, just because they were on a conquest. In case you didn't notice, the Most High told them, "Go into that land that I have for you,
What
and lay
verse
waste
is
to the
that?
people." Hold on, we gonna get to the verse. Go and I don't have
What
my
you pushing
Bible
the
on me.
narrative or something?
Oh my God!
You pushing the
Let me
narrative?
finish the sentence before?
No,
Let me.
I don't want to hear all that. I really don't want to hear all that. You about to do this whole long thing for what? I get you. You know, you got your whole mind made up. It's obvious you've been doing that from the beginning.
It's not my mind made
Yeah,
up.
so
It's
I'm
just
just
what the
trying to
book
have a
says.
conversation. That's what I got to keep letting people know. This is not a debate. I just want to have a
Okay,
conversation. We got to go
and
piece
we
by
are.
piece sometimes. We got to
Uh,
go
Yeah, we
piece by
brother,
are.
piece. So
could I
that's why I
ask the
said
brother
I'm not
one
about to
question?
wait only until we get to that verse. I just want to go to the verse and we can read it together. I'm good
Does
with that. I don't
anyone
want to
have
keep
Bible
pushing it.
Gateway?
I,
Does
I
anybody have
said I
Bible Gateway?
Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
said I have a Bible.
All right.
Does your
It
Bible
would.
have subtitles?
I have a King James regular Bible. I don't have a Gateway Bible.
Does it? No. Does it have subtitles in your Bible?
Yes. And what
All right,
made you
go to the
what made you an
go to
atheist?
Leviticus. Well, before I'm an agnostic atheist. Go to I think Leviticus 17.
Leviticus
Because
17.
and to the host,
Most
the whole
atheists came
purpose.
from pure religion, and then they went atheists up on it.
What happened?
I noticed the same common thing with majority of atheists. It's like they got hurt from religion, and then they just turn atheists. So funny.
No, I
Some
can't
people
speak for all people, but I get what you're trying to say. Like
put it in
disappointment or
bad.
something went wrong. Yeah,
Every last
I
atheist I
definitely.
heard, every last one had came from either being a Christian or Israelite, and then they turned to atheists out of nowhere.
Every single time. Every
Every
Um,
time.
time.
so, yeah, I definitely. Some
I
people
saw that
have
church
like
hurt.
bad history with religion, and so they just say the hell with it. Yeah, I agree, but that's not the way I came about. It's just the revelation of it all.
Literally just said it.
Miss Joe,
I'm in Leviticus 17. What verse?
I just want you said yours had subtitles. What does that subtitle say? I'm just curious. Just want to make sure I'm not sending you
It says,
somewhere.
murmuring for water. Moses built an altar.
Okay.
Hold on,
Try
hold
to
on,
try
hold on. Gathering and Omerah.
try 14. It's either 14 or 17. I'm shooting from the hip, y'all. I'm in a market. I'm sorry.
While y'all looking at hey Chocolate Bay, what I was saying was like a lot of times, even in today's form, if I was trying to get to know you and you was a book reader, avid book reader, I can get up under your skin and talk about how I like reading books and everything like that, and lead you to believe that I'm on your team and that I'm your person because we kindred spirits. Only to find out when it's too late that I'm not an avid reader, I'm not in the books and all the other things. So what I was saying to transfer that in, when they first came ashore, they came as traders trying to discover things. They came trading and bartering goods. Part of their relating to the culture was religion. We were spiritual people. We believed in the land, and we were fearful of God. They
Well,
used that
the
as
Bible
the
did if we were
icebreaker.
spiritual though.
They used that as the icebreaker to get in. Okay, let's talk about this religion. They brought out this book, even though we didn't understand the words. We
Right.
did understand when they was pointing at the sky and all that. We understood that they was trying to relate religion and God to us. So we let our guards down and became friends with these people, these traders and these spiritual people, only to find out that wasn't the case.
Okay. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but that I hear what you're saying. But if we were with spiritual people, most of the time when you hear people use that conversation about using the Bible to enslave us, they are really not talking about them coming over like and like the pilgrims and all. Who's the people that came over to Africa to bring people to spread the word of God? They're not. That is not that. They literally went over there to buy people, literally.
Now that was the hidden agenda. What I'm saying is, but they used
But it
like
wasn't
the
hidden though
relating
because you had
aspect.
other Africans selling. No, because you had other Africans selling Africans to slavery. So
I'm
that came.
agreeing with you.
So I'm saying
I'm
when they
agreeing
came
No,
with you,
here, when they came to
but
this
originally
land,
when
right? Well, they
when they
came
made
here.
it to
no.
shore, how did
Go
they
ahead.
talk to us?
Right. So when they got here, right? That's what I'm saying. They were already enslaved when they got here, though. They were already in shackles when they got here. That's enslavement. Once they got here, they started to use the Bible to
You see
keep
it?
them
Okay.
enslaved, but not
No,
to get them
what
enslaved.
I'm saying is when they came from England to Africa, they came as traders to barter and
No, no, no,
trade.
no, no,
They
no.
did initially. They
Show
came to
me.
trade,
And
Show
and then
me.
see,
they found out.
Show me. Tell
They
me where
found
them
and,
out
guys
it
and,
was
went
and
to.
wealthy.
another thing
No,
too. See,
no,
this is
no.
something else that they taught us that was wrong. That black people sold black people into slavery. That's a lie. That's a big lie that YT
No, it's
taught
not.
us too. Wait a
That's a
minute. No,
lie.
wait a minute. The
You
Hamites,
don't.
the
That just means you don't
the
know
ha, the
African culture.
wait a minute. The
A lot of the lesser
Hamites,
tribes
the
sold
Hamites
the bigger
sold
tribes
the
sold the lesser
Israelites
slides.
into slavery.
No,
They were both melanated people. They both had brown skin.
no. Don't the
Uh,
bigger tribes sold the smaller tribes into slavery.
no.
That's a
The
normal thing in
Hamites,
Africa.
the Hamites sold
Today
the
we call it
Israelites into slavery.
today we
They
have a
were
different
both
term for it.
they
Today we
were
call it
both of
X
the
trafficking.
same they were both of the same complexion, but a total different bloodline. Yes, Africans sold brown people into slavery. We were not African. We were Israelites.
But
Go
I hear
read
about
your
the continent
go
of
read
Africa.
your
I'm not getting
history.
that. I'm not getting that
Go
detail, Miss
read
Joetta.
go
I'm just
read
saying
your
people.
history on Timbuktu.
Right. I'm
Go
not
I
getting that
mean,
study
Not
stuff
from
from.
Timbuktu. Go
she's
read
not
that.
speaking false
not
because
from Babylon
if
and
you look at Shaka
Timbuktu.
Zulu, Shaka Zulu was taking advantage of the smaller cultures. If you watch the movie, he was taking
Thank
advantage
you,
of the smaller
thank you,
cultures. But again,
thank you.
when they first came to shores of Africa, they came with trinkets. They sold us on civilization. We were wearing rags. They came with clothes, and a lot of the stuff they did was new to us. A part of that was they came bartering gifts, trading. They disarmed us. We never seen horses and things like that. Like even watch Shaka Zulu, like the painting and how they was doing mirrors. We never seen a lot of the things that they presented to us in religion and pointing to the sky. That was something that we understood. That let us our guards down. But they came originally to barter and trade, and then they manipulated us. That's all it was. If you watch Shaka Zulu, Shaka Zulu wanted what they had, so he started offering what they wanted to get what they had. And before he looked up, he noticed he was selling his own people. But his goal was to get what they had.
Wait, okay, so you're saying the person that
Exactly.
wait, you're saying the person that already had slaves was manipulated into trading their slaves.
I'm saying the Queen of England. She sent people out to discover new worlds. When they landed there, part of their first initial contact with the African culture there was as traders. Once they gained a foothold in it, word became we can manipulate them and take advantage.
Yeah, who is
They
them though?
started. The first
Who
form
are
of
they?
slavery was
What I'm
Europeans.
saying is,
The
who
first
are they
form.
manipulating? Is it the leaders? Because there were already slaves there, right?
They were manipulating the leaders, like Shaka Zulu
Okay,
was
so that's
manipulated.
exactly what I'm saying. But the
Yeah.
slaves were already there, so they manipulated the leaders.
No, the slaves weren't there.
The
Like
leaders
say for
already
instance,
had slaves.
I'm the chief. I'm the chief,
So
and
the
you bring this
leaders didn't
European
have
here.
slaves already? I'm confused.
No,
Did the
if I
leaders
was the
have
chief,
slaves
don't
already?
nothing
Yeah, the
move
leader
without me.
did have
Okay,
slaves.
so they had
So,
slaves already, right? So
Right.
they were
Right.
trading other things.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did.
and
I
then
agree.
They
they
were
was
trading their
yeah,
slaves for
okay,
resources.
that's
Yeah.
fine, but but the slaves were already there. So the
But just
fact
like
that
but just like the YT people, their first form of slavery was fallen diplomats, like people that fell from society. They were sent into the new world as punishment. They were banished from the islands. It's just they couldn't put up the work that was required. That's where we came
Why?
in at.
No.
They didn't
okay,
start
but
with
you're
us.
making
We just
excuses
became the most
for
valuable resource. They start.
okay, you're making excuses for these leaders selling their slaves. Like maybe their intention may not have to
I didn't
been
make an excuse.
then I'm not sure what your point is because if they already had slaves, you're saying that they manipulated them? No, they what do you call it? Because it's business,
Bribe,
right?
like a
It's
bribe.
business. They like that's what you're supposed to do in business. They were
That's what I'm.
already
That's what it started. That's
okay,
why I
they
say it
were
started
it's
off as
not
like
manipulation.
even if
They
you
were
look at the
already
gladiator, he was a slave.
okay, regardless,
Even if you look
it's
at the gladiator, he was a slave. It was barter and trading, and then it became a business.
yeah, the point
It
is
always was a business. That's a
yeah,
no. What's
exactly.
up?
That's the point. It was always there.
Not just with our culture. This was my standing. It wasn't just us. Everybody
We've
was
been
doing it.
We
no,
know that.
we've been doing it, brother. If you look at the walls of Kemet, if you look on the walls of Kemet, it'll show
Yeah.
you that the Kemites used to rule over a lot of the other African lands, such as Nubia. They warred with them all the time. Like it's we have an extensive history in Africa of having slaves. That's nothing new.
No, I'm
Yeah.
agreeing with that. It has been a lot. I'm just saying, like ours, the African skin became the dominant skin as far as slavery. That's always been around. The Egyptians had them. The Romans had them. They've always been around. And the first form of slavery was fallen soldiers. Fallen soldiers became slaves to do the dirty work. That's what it was. And then you had other people on pilgrim villages and stuff became slaves. But it was always around. It wasn't just the African culture. The Europeans, like everybody was doing it to each other. It's just as the world
Yeah,
expanded,
yeah, yeah. I
we
agree with
became
yeah.
the culture.
Right.
Yeah, we're not
Like
disagreeing.
that's why I said the Bible was just a tool that they used. Though. That's all I said.
Yeah, you
Bible
could
was
say it
just
was a
another
tool that
tool.
was used to keep people from not freeing themselves, but to say that it was what was used to enslave us, I disagree.
Mm.
I would say to further the work, to complete it. That's why I use it as like a tool. Like, okay, we run in
That's not
there
the same
and
thing, brother.
we run in it. I run in there with my little pew pew. I do my thing. I put fear in everybody. Now I gotta keep y'all submissive. I gotta give y'all a submissive mindset. So now I start to indoctrinate y'all. You know.
I can see
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that's
But think
pretty
about
much
it this way: if you, but think about if you came in there with your pew pew and you start using God behind it. If I've never seen it before, I'm thinking that your God is stronger than mine.
yeah.
Right. Right.
They use multiple
You using modern
they
weapons,
use
but I'm
multiple
thinking your God is stronger
manipulation
than mine.
tactics. Yes, but they use multiple manipulation tactics to get them to not free themselves, like to
I'm,
not
I'm agreeing
repent.
with you, but yeah, I'm agreeing with you. But fear itself, the weapons that they use and the things they came with, they was attaching God to it. And that's where the fear came in. Your God is stronger than I. Like we looking at it as magic, even something as a mirror. Like what type of magic is this? I've never seen it. You painting your hair white and then you painting it black. We looking at it as magic.
But game time,
You shooting the gun and we looking at it as spears coming out.
game time. Go to just also to back up on that.
Finally
Go to
caught my
Leviticus
call. What the
25.
fuck?
Leviticus 25. Game time.
I knew I was gonna
That's
catch
it.
it.
That's even in the Bible now where they were seeing Moses with the stick and it dropped and did that. You don't know what he had, but you described it by what you thought it was at that time from your limited vocabulary. It looked like he had a
Wait,
stick. It could have been anything, but it looked like a stick.
no, script. What's written, it says that it was a staff, right? And then he
I'm
dropped it
just
on the
saying that's
ground,
what was written.
and it allegedly
That's what
turned
was
into a
written because
snake.
somebody
Which
saw it.
we all know that. We all
I'm
know.
agreeing
No,
with you.
it never happened. It's just a story. But I mean, yeah, it's just a story.
Now,
Like
I'm agreeing
Moses
with you. Like
isn't
if we
real.
sat right here right now and saw something, if we never saw it before, we're gonna use a metaphor. Like it looked like a fill in the blank. The
Right,
same
right,
thing back
right.
then with their limited vocabulary. They saw something that looked like a stick, but they dropped it and turned into a snake. So that right
Right.
there, it wasn't a stick, but damn,
No,
he had a
no,
staff.
no,
Well,
no,
why you be
no,
doing this?
no, no. Once again, you can't say that either. Like you can't sit there and say what did or what didn't happen and say it was a fictional story all of it.
You gotta
Y'all like to pick
okay.
and choose.
No,
Nah, because
bro.
y'all like to
No.
pick and choose what's real and what isn't real. That's what I'm saying. That's the crazy part to me because if the Bible says it happened, then that's how it happened.
I didn't
That's
say it didn't happen. What I'm saying is if you and I was sitting here and we saw something, if we never seen it before, we're gonna use our the vocabulary that we have right now.
All
We're
right,
gonna
yo, I
use
gotta
the
go,
best way
man.
we
It's
can
nice
to
chatting with you.
describe it. So
I'll
that's
come
what
back
we're
up
gonna put
again,
in
all
our
right?
book.
All right.
What it looked like, or what we thought it was. Now, what we said was might not been the name for it, but at the time that we saw it, this is all we can come up with. So look at that Bible verse. They said they saw a staff, but he dropped it and it turned into a stick. At that time, what they saw, I'm not doubting it looked like a staff, but it could have been anything. They didn't have that many words to describe stuff,
You
so
see,
they
that's
just
where
said
you,
it's a staff.
you see that. Yeah, that's where your faith comes into play. Your faith, but then your understanding and listen to what God is telling you. Because when you're reading the Bible, you just don't read it and use your own knowledge. You have to get the wisdom of God to interpret what's actually happening inside the Bible. So it's not just you doing your own reasoning. It's not just you figuring out the things that you've learned throughout your whole lifetime. It's way different than that. You don't just read the Bible and say, okay, this is what happened with the words that they say. You got to get the word coming from God. The Bible is
I
cool.
do.
It's a great educational tool. It's great. At the very same time, without hearing from God about what you're reading, then you're just gonna be lost in the sauce and think that what you're reading, because anyone can manipulate you and tell you something different than
So
what you
you
already
don't
read and
think,
concluded.
and
Fell
I'm
wholeheartedly.
saying
And
this
what if
respectfully.
the word of
Is it
God led
okay
me to
if I
believe what
say
I got?
something?
Go ahead, ma'am.
I'm saying this respectfully. You don't think that you're already being manipulated in that way, in the way that you're speaking already?
Mm.
I'm
Shit, let's
talking
try it.
about game time.
Mm.
What do you mean you think I'm being manipulated already how I'm speaking? You gotta give me a little bit more
Because it just sounds like something is above you, like something is controlling you, like they. You keep saying they.
Mm.
Who is they?
day. No, I'm saying like when you're reading the word of God and you interpret it with your own interpretation, that's when you're gonna go wrong. So you have to get the wisdom from God to understand what's really happening. I don't understand why
And I'm
you.
agreeing with that.
But
I'm not
What
saying
I'm
that's
that.
what I'm saying. What is your God? Like what are we interpreting?
My God is the God that had the Son, Jesus Christ, the Lord. That's my Savior, the one who speaks to me, the one who brought me towards Him. My God,
So
like
what if we both sat right here and read a book and we both read a Bible verse? Just because we got a difference, it moved us differently. We had a different opinion. Does it make me wrong and you right?
no, it doesn't.
Okay, so what you just described was like what I said was this is my interpretation of it. And you jumped right behind me and said, if the word of God ain't gave you that, then you wrong. Like you don't know where I got it from or what my understanding was. All you did was it went against what you believe, and then you jumped
Nah,
up and, and challenged it.
I think you're speaking too fast. I think you're speaking too fast because I'm saying that if you're reading the Bible, you said the snake thing. I said the Bible says, it, and then that's what it says. and then when it says
Okay.
something, you go get your own interpretation of what it really meant.
We both
That's what
agree
I'm
that
saying.
what's in the
And
Bible
that's the
is
problem.
it's the
But
story that
that's the
somebody wrote,
problem.
right? It's the story, like about every verse is the verse of every section in it is something that somebody wrote, which means
Inspired by
at that
inspired by
time they
God,
saw
but
something and
you
recorded
can't
what they saw,
you can't
right?
let
We both agree on that.
but you also can't forget that it's inspired by God. People be forgetting that.
I know that. I'm agreeing
Okay.
that, but it's still recorded by something
Okay,
somebody
wait,
saw.
because how is it inspired if it's an interpretation upon an interpretation?
I'm gonna go with the spirit led these people to the spot to see what they saw. Just to
But
escape
but
argument. So
if you know not what you do and you
mhm,
know not the time frame that you're in, because we're forever
mhm,
evolving, right? We're
right.
forever going through things. We have constant seasons, whether we're up or down. It's always a season, right?
Uh-huh.
That
I
that
feel like we should apply that to what we're talking about now when it comes to BC or fucking A,
That's what I.
B, B,
That's pretty
C,
much
or
why I was
whatever the,
going at it.
like, I feel like the
That's pretty much why I
same
was going
law
at it.
should be.
I
I'm
mean you
sorry.
can't.
Because the Bible also talks about how Noah was molested by his son. The Bible that's in the Bible. But if you look at the verbiage of it, you won't see it.
That's another
But if you
topic
really,
for
really
another
take,
day.
if you invest in the times and the way words were used and what they was used for, it would
Yeah,
be clear.
and
Because
words
in
are,
the Bible,
but
yeah,
also I feel like, not to cut you off. I'm sorry, but
no, you respect it. Go ahead.
but I'm just passionate. It's just I feel like if it's passion, it's excuses, but behind everything that you do, right? I don't under in layman terms, I don't understand how the way we look at things now, we don't see them then. Am I making sense?
Now you making sense,
Yeah,
but times were different too. At the same time, people thought
I
different.
know, but it's just like it really wasn't though.
It
not
was
at
Because
all.
if history repeats itself,
in a
how
way,
was
but
times ever really different if
We just got
history
more
constantly
words.
repeats itself?
it ain't just
We
more
just got
words.
more
It's
words.
not
That's it.
different. It's
It is
just,
different,
you know what I'm
but you can't
saying?
knock. But you can't knock out technology. You can't knock out new ways, new
Yes,
crazy.
I can.
But you can't knock out the technology that we have now because if they had technology as we had now, maybe they would even think differently. That's why it's kind of hard to say what you're
But
saying.
it's called evolving.
Well, yeah,
Like
No, it's called the same
we
thing
went
is
from
happening. Like we
line
send a
wire
text message.
to fucking AI. Like
We
make
we send a
sense.
tweet right now. Back then, they sent the actual tweet. They sent the bird. They just doing it different. Then they went from walking to okay, we finna do this carriage to now we got motors. Like if we doing the same, we traveling still.
bro.
It's
We
still
had
a form
G,
of traveling. We just getting there
it,
faster.
but
But it's
that's
just exactly evolve.
That's what I'm saying. We still traveling. We just getting there faster. So the same thing is happening. The same way they
But
jump rope
everybody
back
not
then.
getting there
Yeah,
faster.
they jumping rope right now. They play hopscotch back then. They playing
Type
it now.
shit.
It's we got some slightly different distractions, but we live in our life the same way they did. We just got an abundance of distractions, or it's a lot easier to live it. We
you
hunt for
can't.
food the same way they hunted for food.
But you
We just
cannot.
stopped hunting ourselves and started sending other people to do it
But
the
that.
same way they did back then. They sent the poor people to hunt,
But that
or it
changes
was a
the
game.
but that changes the way that you would do things. If you yourself don't have to go hunt, but now you can go to Food Line and go get you some meat, that actually changes your entire day. Changes the way that you think, how you
In
approach
what
situations.
way? Because you
In
have to
what way? Because
survive?
back then you had
Because
the
that
person that
because you
actually
don't
went and hunted.
because
You
you
had the
don't
person
Hold
that went and
on, you
hunted.
just basically said it's a problem to survive type shit.
I didn't
You had
I
the
didn't
people that hunted back then, and then you had people that went to the market to buy the meat and the fruit. So it was
You
still
know
a
what?
Right.
grocery store.
no you look.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Like it ain't no different.
It just
Y'all
wasn't a
getting a little
Man,
Walmart.
crazy
come
now.
on,
Y'all
man.
getting a little
You
crazy.
feel me?
Y'all getting crazy. Y'all talking about two different things and y'all meshing them all together.
Right.
Hunting, neither one of you guys must have never went hunting or know anybody to hunt. Hunting and going to Food Line is two completely different things. There's a
Agreed.
whole process. You got to go and you got to pew pew. You got to find it. You got to wait for it. You got to pew pew it. You got to bring it back home. You got to drain it. You got to do a whole lot of stuff. It's not the same as going to Food Line.
No, what I said was back then you had the people that actually went and hunted for the food, and then you had people that went to the market that was inside the village or whatever and bought the meat and the fruit. You had people that grew it, and then they went to the farmers market, the center of the castle, whatever you want to call it, and then they sold their products. The same way now, you fast forward now.
That's
Instead
a
of instead of that, now you can go to Walmart, but you're still going to the grocery store.
yeah, but we talking about three different times. Like there was a time when there was no market. You do know that, right?
Now, back then, the market was it was like if you look at Game of Thrones and all that, it was people in the center of the village that was
No,
selling
before
fruits and
Game of
veggies and
Thrones,
stuff.
sir. Before
Nah.
let's thank you on using TV references.
No.
Before
Right,
Game of
man.
Thrones, you know there wasn't any markets, or there was a
No, I'm saying
time.
you had farmers back then that grew their
Oh wow,
produce and then they
Kevin, where are you
went
at?
to the city and sold their stuff. You
But you
had
keep,
those.
but you keep moving it. We do know. We can honestly say that there were not markets at a specific time. We can say that, right? Can we not say that?
I'm using the
No, you
current word.
cannot say that.
We can't
I'm
say
using the
that.
current
Oh my
What?
word.
No,
God!
you
You know
can't.
what? I got it.
If you
I
went to
got
the
it.
villages, you saw fruit stands, you saw people like even right now, you saw fruit stands. Go to Africa in the middle of the village. It's people right there selling fruit. It's people right there selling whatever type of
Motherfuckers
food
walking
they be
around with
eating.
Game
shit on
time.
their
All
Save your
of
head.
that.
brain cells, baby. Game
It's
time.
somebody over.
Don't do it.
It was somebody
Leave
over
it
there.
Nah.
They
alone.
didn't have
Let it be.
movies, but it was
Yeah,
somebody over there playing with
I
puppets
deal
and
with it.
all type of stuff of
Yeah, because
entertainment.
we talking about two different.
Yeah,
We are not talking
yeah,
the same language. Kevin, where are
yeah,
you at? You over
yeah.
there
Because
listening? Ain't
every
saying
time you
nothing.
say something, it turns to a
What's the
disagreement with
deal?
Thomas.
What happened? What's going on?
Kevin, can I ask you a question?
Yo,
Was there a time in history that there were no markets that people had to literally just hunt for all their food themselves? Was there ever a time like that?
pretty sure that was near the beginning of time.
Yeah. Okay. There was no markets in the garden, right? Even
No, well,
okay.
I think
Okay.
they had eventually they started making trades and stuff. I can see that happening later down the line.
Eventually, right? But there was a time, right?
Yeah, they had to
That
hunt
was
for
not
real.
that wasn't a thing.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I see
Okay.
what you're talking about.
I was just wondering where we were in this live because I'm getting a little worried.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure in the Bible
We got that. We
they have
got that
trade
because
areas and stuff. That's the reason why
the lady said
Jesus flipped.
the woman brought up there's nothing.
Yeah, I know you must. Yeah, I'm the host. You don't be talking with me. I don't fight. But I was about to say that it's the reason why Jesus flipped the table. I had just talked about that recently though because they was making trades in there too, and that was supposed to be meant for a worship area, and they was making trades in there. So they was doing trades in the Bible.
Absolutely,
You know, they had their
absolutely.
little stuff. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, but that was a lot of hundreds of years later. We do realize that, right? There was a time that people act like the Bible was like 10 years or something.
No,
Like
but you took
no,
us technical. You
literally,
took
it
us
was a
like
time before the time that you're thinking
Like they
about right
got
there.
iPhones
The
and
whole
stuff.
time it was though, but that's a whole
no, you
nother.
took us technical. It was pretty much off the fact that she said like we all history doing is repeating itself. That's nothing new. We
Type
just
shit.
started with just that.
Mm-hmm.
And we agree, like, yeah, I'm saying the same way we got Walmarts and stuff now. If you go back, I'm saying like at the time when the Bible was written, they had little produce markets that was sitting out in front of they was trading and bartering everything back then. So yeah,
Never.
history is
Kev, you
repeating
hear
So
that?
itself.
when
Kev, you
was
hear
the
that?
Bible written?
Right, I
I'm
Kev, you
believe
hear
sorry.
that?
When
You
was the
gonna agree with that,
Bible
Kev?
written?
hell no.
Okay,
Not like
When
thank
was
that.
the
you.
Bible written?
They buy you a
I'm
TV.
Hey,
sorry.
Kev.
Yeah.
So you don't think like at the time that the Bible was written, you don't think
When
that they
was
had
it written?
you don't think that they had farmers that was going to the big areas selling their merchandise,
They be coming about it.
When was the Bible written?
huh, Kevin?
You said you don't think they had what?
I said, do you think that at the time that the Bible was written, that you had farmers that was making their way, that was making their way somewhere, selling their merchandise,
I can see that. Yeah.
and that's what I would call a market.
I don't think. Okay, I get you then. If you, I think that. Yeah. I think that's the same thing I just said earlier. Then, so you
That's
was
what I'm
talking
saying.
about.
That's what I would call a fresh market or something like
Yeah,
that. And
Yeah,
I
but
can
all the
see.
local farmers
Majority of the time, it was
congregated
over
somewhere.
food trades. It was minerals
Yeah,
and stuff.
all the
Oil and stuff
farmers
like that.
congregated somewhere
That's where
and sold
greed
their
came
product.
from. That's why they learned the sin of greed and all the other stuff,
Yeah,
whatever. And
whether it
I
was
hear
your
what you're saying.
fabrics or
Y'all
whatever,
both are
y'all
saying. Let me
congregated
just.
somewhere and sold something. I'm calling that a market.
why kings and
yeah,
queens are around. So I can see that. Yeah.
Let me make
yeah. But the
sure that I'm
whole
understanding everybody correctly. In the
So
beginning
we
of
don't know
time,
when the Bible was
yeah, in the
written.
beginning of time, whatever that was, whatever year that was, we don't have to do a year. In the beginning of time, you guys are saying That Adam and Eve time, there were
No,
markings.
that's not what we said.
No,
We
not
said
that
when the
old.
That's when
Bible
the
was
Bible
at
was
the
written.
time
That's
of
when
the
it
Bible
started.
being
What are you
written.
talking about? That's when it started. So
No,
look,
no, no.
No,
The
we said at the
Bible, no,
time
the
that the
Bible
Bible
had
was being
many.
written.
No, the Bible had many generations though. It wasn't just that. It was
right?
years down the
So
line when
when was
Jesus
it
came
written?
down. It was years down the line when David slayed Goliath. Those were
That was
years.
100, right?
Those
That's what
were
I'm saying. But he
those
just
were
said,
thousands, probably 1,000 years gap. Probably who knows?
I
But
said that at the
right,
time that the Bible was written, meaning
the
like
beginning,
when the Bible starts off and say in the beginning,
right?
that's
That's not
I'm
when
just
the
I'm just
Bible was
okay, I hope you
that's
written.
ain't
not when the
saying that.
Bible
I don't think no Marcus was
that's
sitting
not the
there.
beginning of
Yeah,
that's
that's
when
what
the
he's saying.
Bible
That's what he's
starts,
saying.
not when
That's what
time
he's saying.
starts. No, I'm not. I said that's when the Bible starts, not when time starts.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nah,
What's
because
the
he flipped. No,
difference?
no, because he flipped it.
Oh my
Like we
God.
get
Because
when Adam and Eve
because he
they 1 and 2.
no
Who the heck
because
was they selling stuff to? So
no because
that's out of the question.
he
Adam and Eve
flipped
wasn't selling nothing to
he flipped
nobody.
he
So we
flipped
can't go
everything.
back that far.
He never stays on topic. We start off a conversation.
Yeah, I
He
see.
So this
flips
is
it
Ivan
to
finna
like
do.
somewhere way different, try to make his point. That's not where we was going to. He changes the entire conversation anytime he's trying to get somewhere to make his point. That's the
Yeah,
issue. That's why
I
we're not
know.
getting nowhere
I
because
don't know.
Yeah,
he starts to
he
talk
flipped
and
it a
he
couple
goes
times.
way
Stop
somewhere else.
it!
Look at that clock noise. I'm gonna find one.
Clock. Got him.
Scary.
Or magic.
Wait, what question are we on?
All right, let's get to the. We can do both ours now. Then, even though it's simple, we both gonna have the same Siamese
I
brain.
feel like I already said the answer earlier.
Let's
But
go ahead. It's like, no.
okay, I'm just gonna answer y'all. Okay, did they really use the Bible to enslave us? Not to enslave us, we were already slaves. Sorry, y'all. Slavery was already happening. How?
Slave.
Oh Can my I go when you're done, bad, Eli? hon.
Oh, we were
Oh
supposed to
no,
go
I
last,
didn't even
last.
see
All
you.
right,
Go
I didn't
ahead. You
know.
can go.
That's your fault. Want to come up here and attack it, but you supposed to been answer.
Forgot
Oh,
y'all
boy.
two was together. I forgot. I'm sitting here like,
I
why is she on mute talking?
Talking about can I go? And you had all this time. Now you wanted to go.
am.
I
I
want to
just
rebut
like
first. I want to
I'm
rebut
not a
it.
rude
Like, no, go
individual.
ahead.
Um, it's my time. No, I'm kidding. Do they really use the Bible to No. Um, I feel like the same way we talk about free will now is the same way it was thought about then. It may not have been vocalized, but it was thought about. So I don't think the Bible was used. It may have been used to enslave us, but I do feel like becoming enslaved was a choice. Let me say that.
All right, Kanye.
Is it easier to believe in
No, we
God
ain't on that yet.
or
We're not on
not?
that yet. We're not on that yet.
It's easier.
Dang, I don't know if she can hear me. I literally saying we're not on that yet. All right, so yeah, me and Rachel gonna answer real quick, and then we don't even have to do an open panel. That we just gonna answer, and then we can start. Oh no, Kay, did you go?
No.
All right,
No.
You all right.
all right. I'm gonna get you to start off with the next prompt, man, because I think you already seen this question before, so I can get the next prompt.
You should have just let her finish answering.
Nah, we can get ours out real quick so we can be done. You was already. Did you ever finish yours? Oh, yeah. Huh?
Who? Me?
Yeah. Did you finish yours? It seemed like you started and you stopped.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Bible was not used to enslave us, but it was used to keep us enslaved. And I think that was it, right? That's all I got to
Okay,
say.
man, that's a good one. No, I would say, nah, it couldn't. That don't make no sense. Like, how the Bible gonna be that powerful? Like, they would have to literally read the whole entire Bible to us to manipulate us to make us choose to be slaves. So, I believe slavery was a forced thing at first. So, there's no way they can just use the Bible to enslave us. Like, you know what? Let me say the right words out the right scripture, and then all of a sudden they're gonna become slaves. But I do believe it did basically kept people, it was like a fair thing, right? So I'm pretty sure they taught it in a way to have them be like, man, you escape, that's going against God, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that or whatever. You don't want to go to hell if you stuff like that. I can see them like prolonging or keeping them under control while they were slaves. I could see that, you know what I'm saying. So I don't think they use the Bible to enslave us. And if that's the Bible, then they had a slave Bible from what I heard, and I think they mixed that up though. So that's two different things. And
The
I can see.
Bible was just scriptures from the slave Bible was nothing but scriptures from the regular manuscripted text and or scrolls and things that was presented before. They just used different scriptures as context to keep us enslaved in that, you know what I'm saying, in the bearings of that control.
Mm. Okay. See, yeah, well, I know you had one. See? Yeah, just for having one, now you got to start this next prompt.
Which
Yeah.
which one is it that is it easier to
Yep.
believe? Depends on the person.
How do you feel? For like the masses, let's say for the masses.
For the masses, yeah, yeah. I can say for the masses, for some, yeah. Others, no.
Mm. Okay. All right. BB. I'm gonna just say chocolate. That sounds too close to saying my baby.
Yes, sir.
Chocolate, go ahead and answer the that question. Is it easier to believe in God or not?
Can y'all hear me? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good. I'm sorry.
You can hear her. We can't hear her.
Yeah, barely. I can't
Yeah,
really
I
hear.
can hear.
I don't hear nothing.
Really hear.
Mute and unmute. BB.
I'm gonna drop and come back.
All right, what the heck? That's her voice. I hear it all day low. What the heck? Hold up. Yeah, mute and unmute. I don't know why I sound like that. Oh, she just dropped some of these cookies. What that? Oh, you can have them things. Oh, okay, good. Oh, no. How you gonna say good? I mean, you can have most of them. Well, I am gonna answer. All right, no, come back up. All right, say answer it down there. You gonna drop it and stay down. All right, let's go though. Watch everybody try to come when we gotta get off. I'm getting off at 9. Everybody be like, let me come now. Get off at 9. Everybody want to come.
Hey, can you hear me?
Is you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, squeaky voice again.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna stay in the comments. I don't know what's going on.
Oh
Is you
man.
talking? Did you go? Your Bluetooth come on or something? Something happened different. Like we were just hearing it earlier.
I think my phone got wet.
You talking with the phone upside down? She talking to this. Ooh.
Well,
I feel like
move
dancing.
on.
All
We don't have
right, let's get uh I am child.
you.
Child, where you at? Where you at, child?
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I was just so freaking excited that you said my name. Oh shit. Like I was like trying to hurry up and grab a marker so I can get your autograph and shit.
There you go.
Oh.
But I wasn't
Hey,
fast enough.
yo.
But oh my God. So it's my turn.
Yeah.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wait.
Yes,
I don't
child.
I don't know what to say.
Yes,
Oh my
my
God.
child.
I'm overly excited. I have like ADHD and
Worry.
shit.
We get that all the time.
Right.
Really?
My child.
Fuck.
Just focus, my child.
Okay. Fine. What are we talking about, guys?
Oh hell no.
Is it easier to believe in God or not?
I don't give a fuck. I don't know what y'all talking about.
I was being an asshole. But I love you. I feel like you have a productive life going right now. I'm just in the comments bullshitting. But go on here, do your shit.
Hmm. Did you take a quick puff before we got back on?
Puff puff pass.
Damn, not a quick puff. Damn, Kev. What's
Something
wrong with that?
Something happened just in a matter of seconds.
I want to
I'm
puff.
like, what's wrong with that? I take a quick puff every now
Nah,
and
Hey,
then.
Kev.
if you do that, I would have to let you up in some. You got to let me know so I can. I know when to keep you in the comments. Those are the
Right.
side. It's a whole nother person. I swear we just got to talking to her. Yeah, something happened. Something happened in the midst of it. You feel me? Game time. I'm blaming game time. He
Don't
did this.
blame me. That was on her.
Y'all was just having a full conversation before you need the autographs.
Right.
I get it. Son. I get it. I be talking to people and they just lose all consciousness, so it's fine. Nothing new. But nah, I would say for the masses, it's not easier for them to believe it because you gotta change your whole way of living, thinking.
Not the question.
Wait,
Wait,
it's easier to believe in God or not, all right?
you said they not going. I said, well, maybe I couldn't take it the way you. Say it over again. I gotta compute how you said it.
Now, I would say like for the masses, I would say it's not easier to believe in God because
Oh,
that's
it's
not
not easy. Okay, I got you. I got you.
because you have to change your whole way of thinking, living, responses.
I've been hearing. That's why I say I like the angle because some people got a different angle. Some people say living free and not believing in nothing is easier. So I think it depends. Yeah, I like how you said that though. 'Cause I think about it that way too. I believe they stress the most. I noticed that.
Yeah, it's hard because I ain't gonna lie. Like when I first started doing it, it was difficult. It was hard. It was like, nah, I'm not doing that because I was still wanting to do what my flesh wanted to do because it would not only was it satisfying, I still thought that it was okay and it was right. So the moment that I had to change, and then I realized a few different things as well. But nah, I think it's very, very difficult. Even Jesus said it. Like it's hard to stay on the narrow road. So for you to do that, if you can do that, hey, more props to you. But I think it's very difficult to believe in God because people will say I believe in God, but don't do anything that He says. They just be like, "Well, God is in my heart," but that's not what it says. So
Hey, somebody hit me up heavy. I might have to use that against some people. I listened to this video, right? The heck was that I watched? Listen to this video that it was like is about building a relationship with God. That was some deep stuff. I'm like, man, I might steal that though. I might hurt some feelings. Cause he said, no, you don't build no relationship with God. God already.
Why are you talking so low?
I saw that though. I was talking about you can't. I saw that video a couple days ago. Actually.
I think. Oh, I talked low because that was me trying to multitask. Where I was looking at this. Leave me alone.
That was a no.
No, I was up, but that's when I'm over here trying to double task. Double task. There ain't no such thing about multitasking. All right. So, but yeah, I listened to the video today. You said you seen it a while ago. Yeah, that's deep. That's pretty deep. It made me think. That's why I like. That's why I follow a lot of stuff on my Instagram. You know, it's a lot of people that just come with different angles and stuff. I be loving it, man, especially when they talking about the Bible. But he's like, yeah, he's saying no such thing as building. You don't. What is this relationship you building with God? It's basically trying to say that you're on the same level as Him, and God already loved you already. You're just catching up or trying to notice and all that stuff, something like that. I was like, dang, that's heavy.
I
Oof.
mean, it kind of makes sense because
It make a lot of sense. I was like, wow, I never thought about it because I usually think like deep like that, but that was coming from a different angle.
Yeah,
but But it was like that verse is like right in front of our faces when it said that David was after God's own heart. But for some reason, why I ain't see it that way.
Say it again.
Because that verse has always been in our faces the entire time when it said that David was after God's own heart. So I don't know why I never saw it that way. That's why I be saying like you gotta pay attention. Just because you read the Bible and then you know everything it says don't mean you be right or you on the right road. You gotta just chill. Just enjoy the life. Everything ain't gotta be like this, that, and third. Just relax, man. Like God ain't tripping.
Yeah, that's why. Because people tend to get away with that. Especially if they're not deep into what they believe in, they be like, "Well, I got my own relationship," and I'm now
Yeah.
that joke. Now it's funny now that as I think about it that way. It's like, dang, what you just personalize you and God or something like that. Like God ain't for everybody. So that is the more I keep thinking on that though. That's just very deep though. I got a feeling that this girl is not commenting on the topic. She probably commenting on my talking about predator stuff, whatever. All right, because I see my notifications going up.
Hey man,
Yeah.
time for me to go back to the gym. Ain't no way.
You tired? You want to
Ain't no
walk
way.
up the
I'm
stairs?
tired as hell.
The stairs got you?
What happened to everybody
Nah, hell
else?
nah, that big ass dog that was chasing me
Hey,
down there. Took off.
my fan left, man. I ain't even get the autograph. I don't know what happened. That was crazy.
No, I think she got upset because her question didn't get asked. She kept asking when was the Bible written, and people kept ignoring her. And after that, she got
What
upset.
she put out?
My bad.
Phones too close together, huh?
What was the question?
What was the question she said?
Oh, she was asking when was the Bible written, and she was trying to use that for an
For
excuse.
what?
I don't. She was trying to use it for an excuse to say
You guys are
something.
funny questions.
Yeah, it was
You know,
just
it's written by a gay. I don't know what to say that word.
yeah, because man, I think
Straight man? What do that mean?
I
So,
don't
not
know.
straight man wrote against something that goes against him.
How did they even find out that he was
That right? I still don't understand that.
I don't
not
get that
straight?
either.
Not straight. Yeah, you perfect. See, you good. You good.
Yeah.
I don't get it. They be coming with anything, and then he's be this whatever. Say, well, you're phobic. Ain't y'all phobic?
They just mad. I think they really be upset that it don't work for them.
No, they don't want it to work. That's the problem because they got too
Nah,
much control in there.
I think I
They
think
got
I
too
think
much
they wanted.
discipline in there.
I think they wanted to work, man. But when it don't work for them, they get upset. Like, you know what? This don't work. But it's not.
No, they don't want it to work. I disagree with that all the way. They don't want it to work. They want them to do what they want to do. They can care. That's what it is. It ain't no because if you wanted to, if whenever you want, you're gonna invest in. That's just what that is, and that always been like that with everything in life. Nobody don't want to invest into the Bible. They could care less.
Yeah,
They more
but
into doing what they fleshly wants.
yeah, but most, from my understanding or what I've seen in life, most people start running to the Bible when life is already hard. So when they're going through something and they thought this was supposed to work because they had all these great stories and it don't work for them, they're like, you know what? This shit don't work. They
They
don't really.
don't. They run to bottles, that green stuff. They run to blowing some backs out. They run everything but the Bible. I disagree.
What is green stuff?
You know what the
You
green
know what
stuff
green stuff is.
is.
That's supposed to be purple.
I mean, but ultimately, like, okay, prime example, if someone did run to a bottle, right? Technically, they can still get what they want from God because if you look at the story of Noah, he kind of ran to a Bible after he got back and there was no more hoes around.
Some people run to the Bible when they're in jail or they enforce it. Oh, no. They do that sometimes too. But yeah, of course we know some people do, but I don't think the masses do. I'll go for the mass.
Yeah,
Everybody really have coping mechanisms, and the Bible ain't one of them. If it was,
man, it'd be great, but he's right.
it'd be.
I don't mind it. It's just more for me. So I really maybe I shouldn't feel that way, but
He said more for me.
if they don't want
Got my phone yet?
oh yeah,
There
you
you
good
go.
now.
You back finally.
I'm gonna stop coming to your panel. I'll come in. See, I'll be off TikTok, and then I'll come and I'll see you on. I'm like, oh, let me go over there and support Kev, and then I get into the conversation. Be like, he do this every time.
What? Who do
You
what?
you write those. You write these prompts just to, and then I be sitting here going back and forth. People, I'm like, why do I keep doing this to myself?
You already know. That's why you do this to yourself. That's all.
Every time, every
You
time. But
already
yeah,
know.
I just want people to know out there, just before I go back and finish cooking my food for my family, that the Bible and Game of Thrones don't go together.
Mm.
Yeah, they don't go together. I just want to say that out loud because I think that,
Who
yeah,
was something
people.
like that? Remember that?
Not
Yeah.
the thing, baby.
The what? What's
The
that, baby?
smoke detector.
Oh, that's mine. What's that mine? Or that theirs?
Wait, whose smoke
Was that
detector
just
just
so
being?
loud that it made me thought it was
Oh,
mine?
y'all, forget y'all. Forget y'all.
That
Fuck
was you.
y'all. The two of you
Boy,
want.
you had me. I
Yeah,
thought it was mine. I was like, I'm
I
ready
was
to.
like, I did
I
not hear
told my
that.
husband it's changing, y'all. Stop it.
Yee. At least we
Yeah,
know. At
get
least we
on
know we
it.
can hear you now.
Anyway, yeah, the Game of Thrones and the Bible is not the one and the same, y'all. Why you had the people
Mhm.
there saying that mess, Kevin?
That's what they were saying. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I know you won't, because you go and talking about it was a market when Adam and Eve was around. You talking about it was a market. Um,
That's what they were
fuck your
saying. Oh, that
feelings.
most
Fuck your
definitely.
daggone prompt up there. Your picture.
How you already got a
How you
picture?
got a picture that fast?
What the heck?
Hey, I told you he just sit there with his phone
Bro,
with
that's
1,000 pictures in there.
crazy.
He's like, "Oh, this is a perfect timing. Let
But
me."
how he scroll and find it so fast?
That dude is a professional. That's
Oh
what he
my
do.
gosh.
He already got it in order.
That's why he don't
He
even
got
gotta talk. His
he
pictures
got
talk
smoke
for him.
detector, all my laughs. He just got them in order.
Oh
He
my
just click it.
goodness.
My laughs, my smoke detectors, my you stupid face, you my let me alien vibe. So no.
So, but I really do want to talk about this church hurt thing, man, because
Ooh.
anytime, oh my God, anytime like religion is brought up, I don't know, you can pick up on who's been hurt by the church.
Mm-hmm. All the time. All the time. This one inspired by you too. Inspired by my baby right here. We gonna talk about that part.
Yeah, there's always an origin story.
Yeah, but every time. You heard you see you peep how my man's did his story and then talking about, oh, that song true though. I'm like, dude, I just heard you say it. You just literally said it. I went to atheist I used to be an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? Then he go switch.
Hey y'all.
Hey, what's up? What up?
Hey,
What up?
let me see what that
Nothing.
name
How y'all doing?
You said
Ra
what?
with that za. Whoa.
We can just say raw just for right now. We ain't gotta say the full thing.
Oh my. You from Atlanta?
I'm from Mississippi.
Oh, Mississippi. Okay, gotcha.
hmm Uh, do y'all want me to answer the prompt or like somebody else
You
go?
might as well go
Do your
ahead at it.
thing.
Oh, okay. Um, did they really use the Bible to it? Yes, 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 they did, and they got us good, didn't they? Cause Lord, goodness gracious, um, the Bible was definitely used to enslave us because there was a reason why that was the only thing we could read. There was a reason for that. There was a reason on why they worded the scriptures how they did of slave obey master, mother obey father, whatever. They're trying to create that ideology of white is superior and black is not. Or trying to create that separation of slave and master because we had a whole separate Bible that we read. Actually, we didn't read the same Bible as the slave master. We had the slave Bible. Is it easier to believe in God or not, and why? As far as Christianity, I mean, I'm not Christian or I'm not religious myself. But I do think that something is out there that connects all of us. We all have that one common ancestor, but do I think that that's that thing that everybody's following? No. Religion as a whole was made to divide us. What is church hurt and how is it displayed? Church hurt, I would say like trauma from church, cuz as being someone who was raised in the Southern Baptist church myself, I have a lot of church hurt. And it displays in ways of being self-conscious and what I do, or being self-conscious of what other people might perceive me or my image or whatever. Um any religion that express
That's
God,
it. That's it. You caught up. You're all caught up right now.
uh, we
Let's
didn't
go
get to the
ahead and
point.
get Sony, and then we're gonna do a panel from here because I got a few questions too to ask. I think a few people have questions. Sony, what you have?
What's going on with you, man?
Not much, man.
So I kind of wanted to hit that first line where they said that they really used the Bible to enslave, for black slavery. I would say no, it was more of the Torah or the Old Testament, wasn't really New Testament and following Jesus and all that. So when people chalk it up, they can say it as the Bible, which it kind of it's a little bit there, but before the Bible was like the Torah and what have you like. So
Mm.
besides that, they do and what the first lady said about developing religion to split black and white. I really wouldn't say that because Jesus and the people that persecuted him were not exactly they weren't black, but they were a little bit lighter. Kind of like 7-Eleven vibes a little bit. But yeah, there's that. What is church hurt? Church hurt, I can kind of see that, especially within the Catholic Church with all their scandals and whatnot. And any religion that expresses love and
That's it. That's
disciplines of
all
God.
we at, my brother. That is all we at. All right, so I think that's everybody. So we had open panel, man. So anything y'all agreed or disagree with, let's talk about it.
Ray's alarm is going off too, and nobody said anything about her alarm going off.
So
That's
she's
what I said. I put it in the
petty.
chat. Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
Oh,
like,
that's
so
what you want to
damn.
say.
petty.
Leave me alone. That's what we do.
It's
Oh wow, it's
petty.
making women look
Yo,
bad. It
I
always be
was
a lot of
like,
women that have their stuff in the
It
background.
do.
You
He
ever
said
Uh,
notice?
I'm vertically
I
challenged.
definitely fixed mine. Mine went
Mhm.
off, and I got up on that ladder and I fixed that thing
Mhm. Say
quick.
strong,
A strong black woman.
independent.
independent. I can do it myself.
Man, that was petty.
Yeah, I'm just picking with you, Ray, because they was on me
Man,
so
I ain't
hard. I
gonna
had
be
to
the only
get them
one.
off me.
Yo, that's
Oh,
great.
that's why she said get them off me. Okay. So Ra, all right, nobody ain't gonna say no. I started off though. So Ra,
Right, I'm sorry.
you said what she said? You said something
That
about.
they did use it.
I remember that
Yeah.
For
part. It was
slavery.
something that caught my ear.
We
Oh,
disagree,
so
bro.
what verses did they use? That's what I'm always going to go to. So how
Slave
they
obey master.
obey the
Um,
masters.
yeah,
What was,
slave obey
where was
master.
that at? Let's read the whole full text because I don't
I
like
actually
saying
have
part
it
of it.
pulled up.
So it's a reason why they might have said it. So we don't want to know why they just say. They just say, "Hey, obey master because you're a slave." You know what I'm saying? For no
I
reason.
mean, but what other reason would they tell slaves to read the
Let's see.
Bible
Let's
but
go ahead. Let's
not?
pull up scripture. That's what we do around here. Pull up the scripture. Let's talk about it.
But I don't see why.
Is that the only part you read?
No,
Slaves couldn't
but
read
that's
though.
What was the
no,
full?
but that's why I'm okay. But that's why I'm saying that alone, that sentence alone, with it being in the book, and with that being the only book that slaves were allowed to read, there was a reason why we were only allowed to read that. That's what I'm saying.
All right. So what's the whole context behind it? Hey, this how they did Kevin Samuels. They took out the clip and didn't even say the whole full thing. That's what be happening now. But go ahead. Let's go ahead and see the
But it
full.
wasn't even was it the real Bible or
The
was
real
it a
Bible said that.
slave
Yeah.
Bible?
Yeah. The
No,
real
like
Bible.
did they give him a slave Bible?
That too.
They had to, because they couldn't
He
read. They
talk
could
about
not
the
read.
scripture
I
that
don't
say
understand that
slaves
one.
obey their master.
No,
It's,
no, no, no. I get the scriptures. There's plenty of scriptures that can be used to manipulate somebody that doesn't even know how to read. Literally, you could point to a book and say, "This is what it says." It didn't even really have to be the Bible. It could have been anything if slaves already didn't know how to read, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. But what I was asking is when they did know how to read, they only had specific script whatchamacallit, books in there, right? I thought they
yeah,
had a slave Bible, right?
yeah. That's what I said.
But they couldn't read though. So are you saying they read
But
it?
that's the only thing that they could read. They couldn't read any other literature. They can read they can read. They're not illiterate. They just couldn't read anything else.
Wait.
No, no. Well,
Wait,
she's talking
wait.
about at a different time. At a different time. At first, they
I,
couldn't read. They didn't know how to read. But my only thing is like they were not given the Bible in its entirety though.
but even then, why would you use something to control a mass of people? Or why would you select certain things to push a rhetoric to a group of people just so you could control them?
But they were already. I mean, they were already slaves, correct?
But
Before the
they
Bible was
didn't
introduced.
know
But not every slave knew what was going to happen when they got on that plantation, though.
What? Wait, no, but that didn't matter. Like they were traded as slaves. So they were slaves
But
even before they got here.
yeah, I'm not saying that. Okay, but I'm saying they didn't understand the difference between slave and master, how the white people enforced it until they introduced their way. But they used the Bible as a way to force that rhetoric. Like, I'm not saying Christianity as a whole is bad, but is what they used it for.
Yeah, what I'm saying is it wasn't used to make them slaves. They were already slaves. It may
Because
have
they
been
got
used
bought.
to it may have been used to keep them slaves.
Yeah, so but that's what I'm saying. But after the slave trade stopped, they started using breeding plantations, and then they started implementing it within the breeding plantations as well.
But yeah, that was still after though. That's what she's saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
They were
still kept
already enslaved, so they
Yeah.
couldn't have been using
right.
it to enslave them. They were already enslaved. They were using it to keep them
Yeah.
enslaved, not get them enslaved. That makes sense, Ra?
Yeah, no, I'm not. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. They were
We know
slaves.
that. That's what I'm trying to
Yeah,
explain.
but the slavery starts in the mind first. That's where it starts, and they use that to put it and to reinforce it in the mind.
Slavery doesn't it doesn't have to start in the mind first. Like it started physically. Like they
Yeah,
physically
but
were
can,
slaves. And then also you have more control over being a slave in the mind than you do physical.
well, no, I wouldn't say so, because in the way that they did it, they used like certain tactics, like the grape and they would do very inhumane things to prevent them from rebelling, and they would try to use like the Bible as a way of like, this is against God's way for y'all to do this. This is
Yeah,
And
against,
like they
like they
weren't,
use,
to keep them there. Yes, to keep them from revolting.
yeah,
and then you got to
but
remember also they weren't allowed to practice their own beliefs. They got beat for speaking their
exactly,
own languages and practicing their own beliefs. So they
yeah,
were forced to only be able to, I guess, connect with the one belief, which detached whatever strength they could have gained, I guess, from their belief in
yeah.
prayer.
And that's that assimilation that happened within the Western culture of trying to get the African people to indoctrinate the European way of living. So they made them forget everything. But what was so bad about our culture that we couldn't just keep our stuff? It was a reason why they made us destroy everything else. But
Kevin,
they
what you
only
talking
let
about?
us
I'm
do
sorry.
that.
Yeah, but the whole thing about it is it kept them enslaved, but it didn't start them out as slavery, because the way you're describing it, as how I'm taking it, is they basically preached the Bible to them first, and then they became slaves. Is how you're saying.
No, 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 no. That's no, 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 no. That's not what I'm saying.
But that's what
Uh,
enslaved mean though. Do you know what enslaved is?
against your will, and you're doing things without being paid, free
Right. So
labor.
why would they use the Bible to do that?
Well, they
Initially,
did use the
Just
not
Bible to
no,
once
do
they
that.
hear,
They did
not
use
that's
once
the
they're
not what
Bible.
I'm
already
saying.
enslaved. I'm talking about before
I'm
they
not saying
become.
they use the Bible alone. The
Oh,
Bible was just a key factor of why it kept our people enslaved. They used the Bible to instill fear, and they used
oh.
physical ways of punishment to keep us enslaved.
Yeah, you're saying exactly what we're saying. To
Yeah,
keep us
yeah, yep.
enslaved.
Yeah.
Yeah, what we're saying to the question is that did they really use the Bible to enslave us? Like it's different. To enslave us, I feel like is like the beginning, and to keep us enslaved is different than that.
Well, it would be the beginning from the slaves that were produced from the breeding plantations when they shut down the Atlantic slave trade. but it wouldn't be necessarily for the first few generations of slaves before the breeding plantation.
No, it would still be that because the only reason they're enslaved is because their parents were enslaved. So no, it would still be the same thing. The only reason they're enslaved is because their parents are. They were already property.
I'm not saying okay. I'm saying the mental like the mental enslaving. I'm not saying that the Bible did it alone. The Bible was one of the factors that enslaved our people. The ideology of putting slave separating slave and master, or creating that ideology that the white man is the closest thing to God, because that's kind of
But
what we see, that because that's relevant to like our economic structure, how we get paid, our pay wage gap. That's relevant to that.
so
We
would they have ever had an opportunity to enslave us mentally if we were not enslaved physically?
that's why I said like it's multiple factors to it. I wasn't saying that the Bible was alone was that.
I
What
understand
got us
that. I'm
what got us enslaved was money and greed and trying to that's what got us enslaved was money and greed and control.
yes. Whoever sold us,
There you go.
we were already enslaved. That's like our whole point. Is the system was already happening before the Bible.
Yeah, I wasn't saying that, but also African slaves were different than what European slaves were. Like slaves in Africa was still earning money. It was just a social status saying that you were poor. You still earned money. You could still
You're
support your
talking about
family.
servitude.
Yeah, you were still
That's
there's still
different.
slaves in Africa. It
Yeah,
wasn't
that's
like
not slavery. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The language was different for the Europeans than the African. The African didn't have the same definition of slave as the
No, there were
European did.
actual slaves. There were
like
servants, and then there were slaves.
And the funny
people
part
There
used
were
against their
act-
will.
yeah, there were actual
But
slaves.
those people were prisoners and they done things to people that caused them to get in that position. But Europeans, they
All the time.
enslaved a whole race of people and decided to depend on those people and keep them as less than human for hundreds of years.
so
That's completely different from what they were doing in Africa.
So you're justifying like because you think okay, which I don't believe they were just criminals. You are justifying slavery because they were criminals.
No, I'm not justifying slavery.
Oh,
I'm
then
I
what's
saying
the
think
that
point?
slavery was better in
the,
Africa than America.
no,
What's
I was not. I'm not saying that either. I'm saying the terminology that both of them were using were different. I'm saying that it
Terminology
could have
aside,
been.
there were still slaves
but
in
it
Africa.
I'm saying I'm not taking that away, but I'm saying that the communication was different. Africans had a different understanding of what a slave was than what Europeans had. Africans didn't know that they were going to be selling off their families to get beaten, and they didn't know that. They didn't know that
They
they were
were
going to
they were
get
selling off
captive.
their criminals and people in their
once
community
they
they didn't like and people
relinquish
like that
the
too.
person, like
But they didn't
they
know that the Europeans were going to come in their house and take their children, take their
I don't think
wives,
they
take
cared. I
whatever
mean,
was
they
going
got
to happen.
paid and they didn't care.
yeah, like why are
Yeah,
we trying to
So if
make it
slavery was
yeah,
still the
that's
same
not.
thing, it might have
I'm
been
not saying
called
that
something
African
different.
people also didn't benefit from it, but also Africa got colonized as well too. So it also backfired on them.
Not the
yeah,
whole
they
of
made a
Africa.
poor whatever. They made a poor business decision. It doesn't change the fact that they own slaves. Like, why are we trying to get away from that?
Yeah, I'm not taking that away. I'm not taking
Slavery isn't
that.
better one way or the
It
other.
yeah, it
Oh my
sounds yeah,
god.
exactly. It sounds like you're diminishing it because
I'm not trying to diminish it, y'all. I'm genuinely not trying to diminish it. I'm just saying that the terminology was different back then. That's all I was saying. I'm not trying to diminish it because they were still doing inhumane things in Africa. I'm not denying that. That's a people thing. That's how people are. People do things for greed and for money if they want to see fit. That's how some people were. But
right. So
but that's not just that's a human thing for people that want to look out for themselves. But I'm saying that the terminology could have been different
But we're
because
literally telling you they were still like the terminology. There was servants
It's
and there
like,
was
did servants
slaves.
build the pyramids in Egypt?
Like the terminology is not different. Like
but
you
also those people were still contributing people to society. Slaves in America were not. Slavery was different in Africa. I'm not saying that it was any better because it was still
no,
unhumane
they're
things
contrib.
going on, but they were still
Oh
Contributes to one
contributing
empire
to
or the
no,
other.
society.
so so the slaves when they came to America, they contributed also.
I'm not
Like
saying that they did. Oh my goodness. I'm not saying that they didn't either, but also we went generations of being deprived from being able to get paid, to own land, to do whatever. Basically, we weren't even considered human. We were considered 3/5 of a person. That's why whatever they did to us was legal because we were considered animals.
yes, the slaves in
Once
Africa,
they
it
bought them as
was
slaves
like
from
that
Africa,
too.
yeah.
Like, why you think you think the slaves in Africa they had rights? Like they were able to just leave when they felt like it?
I didn't say that either. But that's what I'm saying. Those like they're still those ideologies were still pushed by the Europeans. Like the Europeans brought that over.
Oh my God. You're literally
The Europeans brought
taking
Christianity
every
over to
accountability that the people that sold their people, you're literally trying to take the accountability away from them. I'm gonna
I'm
move on. I'm
literally
gonna move
not.
on. It's
I'm
cool.
literally not. I'm
It's
not
cool.
taking that away from nobody.
Okay. All right,
I'm
I'll
not
move
taking
on.
that away from nobody, but I'm saying what kept
Where the
it going
votes?
in this country was that. And then also the white people holding up that rhetoric of black is inferior to white. It's a lot more factors than just the Bible. It's a lot more factors than just physical physical punishment or whatever or mental punishment. It was a lot more than just that.
Yeah, all you're saying is they did it worse. Like
Because it still affects us to this day. Like
I get that. I'm just saying. First of
like
all,
that's
like
why a
we
lot of black Americans like are the way that they are now, like, and how the economy is now, why our economy is failing, because we had a whole hundreds and hundreds of years that were not accounted for. And then also when we did try to make our own economy and make our own place, they burnt that shit down, so we had to start over again.
I got a question about that though, because I was just curious. Why is it that some black people are thriving greatly and some of the other ones aren't? If that is the case,
Because
I'm
America,
not
baby, we're
saying
the greatest
that
country
black
ever.
people can't thrive, but a black person thriving is not the in society how society views it. A black person thriving is not the same thing as a white person thriving.
no, only black people say that.
But it's true. Like a white millionaire, a black
I'm
millionaire, and a
white and
white
I'm a
millionaire are
millionaire.
like, huh?
Green is
I'm
the only
a
thing that matter.
millionaire. And
Green
I'm
is the only color that matter when it comes to thriving. I just want to say that. Go ahead.
Yeah, because
Yes, but
I've
okay.
noticed that I've heard that question a lot. I've seen it, but what I've noticed is that the black people who are thriving are doing fine, and the black
Yeah,
people
I'm not saying that they're not.
I'm I'm also I got you. I'm just saying the black people who are not thriving, they tend to always have some type of excuse that happened 400 plus years ago on why they can't succeed. I just
But
noticed
I
that.
mean, it does apply because I mean, things with medical issues, because there were certain things in medicine that were particularly so black. Like, there was years in medicine where black people weren't even able to get anesthesia when they were getting surgery because doctors used to believe that black people couldn't experience fucking pain.
That
Like,
was
that's the world that we live in. Like, they used to
what
do
is
shit like that.
They still
okay.
doing
So,
that as far as
And it's the same thing with certain things with medical insurance, like certain diseases or certain illnesses, they only considered white people diseases or they only considered black people diseases. Like there's shit like that.
Do
Okay,
you
so
believe that?
if that being the case, then
Y'all
how?
remember the syphilis experiment?
Yeah, yeah, I
Well,
get all that.
America did a lot of bad things, but in terms of American slavery, I think the America's done a better job in reforming slavery than other countries in the world in history. And plus, when you look
What?
at it, in America, there's more billionaires than there are in Africa. I mean, come on, you could do better in America.
What does the topper up 1% of people look like?
They're not white.
It's the same
They're not white.
families.
I
It's the
can't really say
same
what they
They're
are on
families
not
that
white.
been
TikTok.
running
They're
this
not
shit
white
since
though.
the beginning. It's
I
the
But they're
can't say
not
people
what they
that
white.
got
are.
that keep it in the family
No,
money. It's
no,
the Rockefellers, the
no, it's
Yeah,
not.
it's
Rothschilds.
a three-letter
It's
word,
people
but it
like
ain't
that.
white.
If they're not white. White people are doing horrible in America. They're not doing
Jewish.
horrible.
Y'all
If you talk
realize
about
Jewish
the
people are
top, it
still
would
white,
be
right?
people
I'm
of
white
They
Jewish
and
food
descent.
stamps
where's
and
my
government assistance and any other race, so they are not doing as well as some people think. But go ahead. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, yeah,
It's
no,
the
you're right.
Jaybirds at the top. JEW. I mean, if you can look it up, it's at the top of everything.
So it's not. You can't say
Yeah, but
white
I'm
people.
saying it's the people that have lineage in this country, the same people that have been running this country, or the same people that have been quote unquote running this rat race to make us all do it for them is the
They're
same
not.
people that are in control of it now.
So it's not. They're not white. They're not white.
What are the
That's
Rockefellers?
no? I'm
They're
white.
not white.
Well, they damn
White
The
sure
people
ain't
are
Rockefellers
us.
aren't white?
They're not white.
yeah, they're not white.
And
That's
what are they?
No, they're not.
What are the Rockefellers then?
JEW.
Jewish is still white.
no, they're not.
No,
No, it's
hell
not.
no.
No,
Jewish,
it's
I
not.
it
think
ain't
No,
No,
it's
she
it's
saying
not.
not.
mean.
Don't say that
I think she
again.
just saying in
Oh no.
terms of lacking melanin. I think
Oh,
she's
they're
No,
white.
no,
referring
no,
to
no,
like
Absolutely,
no,
as you
Jewish
no,
is
say.
still
no.
their
white.
actual skin
We gonna be
color, not
Okay,
educated.
their
We gonna be
ethnicity.
can I
no,
ask a
don't do that.
question? How does Jewish, how does a religion separate your skin color?
It's not a religion. It's
Ethnicity,
a race.
ethnicity.
no, no, believe.
How is Jewish a race?
It's a race of people.
When
It's a
Judaism is a
ethnicity.
Through a
Jesus
belief.
was Jewish. Was he white?
but okay,
No,
okay.
guys, come on.
Of
Jewish,
Jewish descent?
okay,
No,
I have a question.
Jesus,
Does
Yahweh was Hebrew.
okay, Hebrew is different from
Hebrew is the
Jewish.
language
It's
Yes.
Jew and then it's Jewish.
that
Jewish
Jews
is
speak.
Jew light. Jewish
Okay,
means Jew light.
Jewish,
They were
Kind of like a
Jews
Jew.
and not Jewish.
okay, Jew. Someone that is a Jew is a member of the Judaism religion, correct?
No, that's Jewish.
No, no.
Jewish. Some follow, no, the ones
No,
at
It's
the
that's
like
top are
Jewish.
the
And what
race of
is a
Jews.
Jew?
Jew
They're
or
a race
Hebrew
of people
Israelite.
that come
That
from
it's
the
was
like
Middle East.
Yahweh.
Stephen saying an African American
But if we're gonna say it's
is
They're Middle Eastern
also
descent.
okay,
no,
but
no.
like not
Are
all
you an
Jews,
African
but not
American or are
all
you
Jews
an
are
American?
Middle Eastern descent either.
But
Ooh,
ma'am, no. Oh my God, y'all.
I
I'm
think the
confused.
point is just that their skin is white, is what she's trying to say. Like, I think it's just that their skin white.
Yeah, thank
there's a
you.
difference
They
between that and the
made the
European, though.
separation
Yeah, we get the
between
difference,
white
but
and
that's
black
not
because
even the
there were
point.
white because weren't the first race of Jews, if we're gonna go by that, the first race of Jews were black, but they considered them the Gentiles because they had the quote unquote mark of Cain to separate white and black.
That's
So
a
he's
conspiracy
African. So
theory.
are you African now? That's not just false.
No,
That's
what?
not.
What's going on?
Conspiracy
Hey,
theory.
I don't know if you
Are you
African
No,
now.
are
that's true.
That's
are
not
all
true.
you
Wait,
guys
wait, hold up,
Americans
hold up,
or are
hold up.
you African
Everybody,
American?
one at a time. We can't hear everybody when they are going their way. One at a time. That's
What she said about that, it wasn't true. There is no, that was not, that's not how it actually happened. You gotta
The
look
mark
at
of Cain?
the market cane is a thing, but the market cane is not what you think it is. It's not
It's
like,
upon one person.
yeah, it wasn't upon a race of people or a group of people. It was
Okay.
for one person directly.
And who was that one person?
Cain.
The man that killed his brother, Abel
Yeah.
or something.
Then why were they talking about it was the people that
Because
had the mark?
that theory comes from saying that that's where black people could have come from. Him, that mark of him would have darkened
Exactly.
his skin, protecting him. They're saying the mark could have been the skin tone. That's what
Mhm.
some people say. It's not really stated in there directly like that.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
not.
so in that case, then why do they separate the Israelites from the Jews if they're both from the same place, but the skin colors are just different?
We
The
do that.
Israelites were the Jews, and then when you say the people of Israel, that's the Christians that followed Jesus after.
That's why.
But I thought Jesus was a Jew.
Jesus was a Jew.
No, he
Okay,
was
so
because his lineage. If you look at the lineage of
Yeah,
Jesus,
his mortal body was of Jewish descent from his family.
yeah, that's why he says that.
Like he's descended from Moses, who was a Jew.
All of that. Rahab, lineage of
That's
Ruth.
how we know Christianity was made by the white man.
No, we don't. Christianity was
No,
Oh, girl, come on,
no,
y'all.
no. As a white man,
Killing.
I'll admit I follow a Middle Eastern man that was in God, that
Whatever you
God took
talk
on
about.
form.
no. There was no. First of all, like it was way, 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 way back. Christianity was way back before they even saw white people.
That's
It
before the white
wasn't
man come out. That's before we
Christianity.
got the
It
updates.
wasn't
Christianity is one of the
Christianity at first.
youngest
No, it's not.
religions.
Christianity
No,
came from
no,
Christ.
no,
Christianity came from
no.
Christ.
No,
His
it
name was
didn't.
And there
Yahweh.
was 16
Before
religions before
Christianity,
Christianity was even
the
made.
Hebrew
There
Israelites
were
were
religions that were
following the
wrong.
Bible.
No, they was. No, they were not. Okay, it was first of
Hebrew
all.
Israelites weren't following the Bible.
No, because it was
No,
called at the very beginning. It was
that was
called
the
the.
events of the Bible.
It was called the
The
way.
Torah.
No, no. See, that's what I'm saying. Like it was called the way. The Book of Acts give you a good description of how it all started. How it all started. They had their own congregation. They had their own people. They had their own land, their own town. It's way different. It's not that. So white people did not start Christianity. That was
No,
never. They used
Yeah, they
it.
did by following
no.
Christ and making it
No,
White
Christianity.
people are a
no.
majority of following Christianity now in time, currently, yes, but no, they didn't
Being
invent
Christian
it.
is
They
following
followed onto
Christ.
it.
Christianity didn't come till Christ came.
No, what?
Christianity is following Christ.
Christ didn't even
If
want.
you're a
Christ didn't
Christian, the
follow
definition
himself.
of Christian, textbook definition of Christian means that you are a believer that Jesus, the King of Nazareth, had
Rose from the
died
dead.
on the cross for your sins. That is the
Christ.
definition of Christian.
So did the Bible
All
happen
right,
first, or did him dying on the
Huntress.
cross happen first?
The
The
Bible
Bible
is
happened after,
documenting what happened
Okay.
Dying
first.
on
Yeah,
the
it was
cross
I'm trying to
happened
get
afterwards.
y'all
first.
back on. I'm gonna get y'all
but
try to get you
also
back on
but
topic.
also
He
the Bible was written by millions of other people.
It was written
So,
by like 12 people.
and
Not
there's
millions.
also
It
about
was
like
written by 12 people.
16,000
and there are
versions of that
books out
shit.
of it. The Noah's,
We just
There
talking
are
about
Enoch,
copies and translations, but the original authors are up to 12 people, 9 or 12 people.
But how do
and
we
then
know the
King
real
James
13.
went
translation?
and took
How
upon
do we know
himself
what?
and
What's the real translation?
translated.
I mean, people can, it's Aramaic, which is the offshoot of Hebrew, which so people can put the words together.
Okay.
Hello, wasn't
Are
English,
you aware of who King James
wasn't
is?
Anglo-Saxon.
Oh, yeah, he changed his version of the Bible. That wasn't a very accurate
Yeah,
description.
King. Okay, so that was the version of the Bible that majority of Christian people or
Yeah,
Christian churches
English
uses is the
speaking
King
people.
James is the King James version. King James, when he wrote that Bible, do you know how many slaves he owned?
Oh, he owned a lot of slaves. He killed a lot of his wives. That's the reason why he wrote the book, was to kind of get out of his marriage to him, because divorce was taboo back then.
Okay. So why is that specific version is the version that they gave to teach to people?
it could have been any version. All they wanted to
Because
do
that
was
was the
be
king.
there
You do what the
cheap
king says
labor.
back then.
Yes, but Britain and
The
they
only
were
one in
mainly in
English.
control of the
And the
Yeah.
colonization
king also
process,
said,
right?
paint Yahweh white.
When everybody had access after the publishing press, that everybody had access, instead of going to a church to have somebody tell you the scripture, that nobody was literate, we everybody got a chance to actually read something in their language, that our language, that we can condense into what has been left over of the word of the people who performed this rite of just acknowledging the existence of a human that was beyond themselves. And so now, for the first time ever, we can read in our own language something that was beforehand held by institutions, and you'd go to them like a rave club, or like, oh, well, we're gonna go, and somebody's gonna tell us something that only one person in the town can actually studied for 20 years can tell us back to ourselves. Now we can pick up a book, we can pick up our phone and read the Bible now. I'm not defending the James version or anybody's version. I'm not defending anybody's version of the Bible. We can read it, and
Not
we don't have to rely on somebody else to tell us what it is and what it means.
because they wasn't just doing that to American slaves or black people. They were doing that before. They've been doing that early in the game. So I get what you're saying because early in the Catholic Church, no one it was against the law to read a Bible or to even have one. So
Yeah.
it's not something that was done just for black people. That's just something that they understood that they figured out how to use to control anybody.
Oh,
Exactly.
I hear that.
That's all that was. So that's why the whole prompt came about because it wasn't that black people were enslaved because of the Bible. Now to keep someone enslaved, okay, you can use that as a good example. I can agree with that one. But overall, it wasn't for black people to be enslaved or keep them as slaves. They was doing that before they even got around black people. They were doing it to their own people. So there's nothing new.
So they were doing it to own people and to control people.
That's fine. I'm not going
That's
against that.
not fine.
I wouldn't
That's
really say
not.
Christianity was used too much in history for slavery. Maybe the Crusades, but that wasn't slavery. That was just mass murder.
Right. So it's
Still
you.
bad, not the same, but not. It kind of is anti-slavery. I mean, when you want to quote the New Testament as far as like slavery, like treat the masters well, that's like in the context of Paul writing over to the Romans, like telling them like, hey, everybody's equal. Like that's why Christianity caught on. It took like 300 years, but eventually slaves and masters would read it both and be equal into it, and then it just nullified slavery all over. And then when you get to Europe and stuff, they kind of corrupted and brought it, for black people and black slavery, but it's not the origins of it.
Yeah, it's not. So when people say that white folks created Christianity, that wasn't the thing. They got it from somewhere else, and they adapted to use it for their own power and gain. So don't try to say that Christianity or that form of religion caused all this pain. People did that, not Christianity. There's a big difference.
Yeah.
Well, every religion is created by people.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
All right,
Christianity, not so much.
so it wasn't created to enslave us, but it was used against us for manipulation purposes or
No,
whatever.
it's
I
interesting what
think
you mean by that.
Which is blasphemous for people to do and use it like that.
No, but it's
I
interesting for somebody to challenge what we already think. I'm very interested to know what you mean by that last statement.
I don't so religion as a whole was made to control people, not just Christianity. Christianity is just the most widespread religion, but
No, but
religion
yeah.
as a whole was created to divide people because when you're divided, you're more easily vulnerable.
So are you talking about like from the very first religion ever, like from caveman times? Like
Mm,
every religion was built
No,
up to control
yeah,
slaves. I think it's
as
just
far
like
as
people,
religion, yeah, practices
no,
and
if you want to
religion.
take the atheist perspective to it and try to understand
no.
why religions develop, you just say, well, why was the sky thundering? Is God mad? Like it came from that. If you want to look at it like
Sorry,
that, not really to control people.
I
I mean, I
respect
don't
you.
know in any
Like,
religious book where the instructions were to create an organization for the followers and give them a name,
That's
like a
literally
fraternity or
everything
Christianity
it
anything.
is
is.
an
It's
example
one
of that.
person creating a belief system. Y'all know Scientology or about the religion of Scientology. That's basically how every single religion was made.
No, that
One
was created
person,
by a
no,
science
wait,
fiction man. You can
hold
make
on,
that
Sonny.
comparison, but
no,
no.
no.
One person,
The
this,
culture that we know about religion, I agree with you, Ra, is absolutely. You didn't refine the way you were saying it correctly, but I think we can all agree that we all had a popular friend at school who he might have turned out to be an asshole or a good guy or a bad guy. There is a character in everybody's lives that you know and you will know for the rest of your lives. And Christ was a character that overperformed, but he was a real person. And he was a
I don't.
cultural
Okay.
model. And then, but can we all agree that everybody who wrote about Christ was compromised by their human interpretation of what they witnessed? And the
Yeah.
one person who didn't
Of
write a book
course.
about himself was Christ. Everybody had to write a book about him because why? What? He would not be Christ if he wrote about himself. It would be too obtuse.
But the
It,
same
like,
thing that you're saying now is the same thing that happens in every single other book. Like,
Not really.
I
right,
mean,
I mean, what other books?
I mean,
Allah,
every single
like,
book has like their own versions of other people's testimonies, because that's basically what the Bible is like testimonies. And like
Um,
some of it is law, some of it, but majority of it is testimonies of what people have their own experiences, and they're putting it in a book. It's the same thing with the Quran. It's the same thing with the Torah. It's the same thing with Buddhism. It's the same thing with every other religion. How based on how you perceive it.
So why are most of those stories and those books that you name are really really similar? They're only a little bit. So that would tell you to me. That would tell me that if all these books kind of all have the same storyline, it has to have some truth to it.
Yeah, but if they all have the same storyline, why does it matter which book you pick?
Because it depends on where you're from and your family. How you were raised. There's different reasons why people pick the religion they pick. But we can't
Yeah,
say that it's not true. But the way y'all
yeah.
saying is like that it
I'm
was
not.
made specifically to hold people captive or something, and that's not a thing.
I
It
agree
doesn't
with
mean
that.
Well,
that.
I can
I don't think
say,
nobody's saying that specifically. I
yeah.
think
I'm
it's
not
just
saying
the
that is
whole
not true.
confusion behind Christianity and the whitewashing and the lies that's been exposed and stuff like that. That's why a lot of black people are migrating away from Christianity, because you don't necessarily have to be a part of these organizations to live righteously if you know how you're supposed to live. Because, like you said, in a lot of these books, the instructions are clear and the same. They have the same too many similarities, right? So if we know what we're supposed to do, you don't necessarily have to be a part of these organizations. It's like, think about it. I don't mean any disrespect to anybody's religion, but it seems like a ritual in order to join these organizations
Right.
anyway, like a
It
fraternity. Like you got to
basically
get dipped in
is.
water in
No.
Christianity. In Islam, you have to recite something. There's always some type of thing to initiate you. It just don't sit right. It's a, you know what I'm saying? It didn't
Hmm.
need to be constructed in order to be able to live righteously. That was never a part of the instruction.
And I agree with that because
But you
there's
got
a
to go to
lot
a
of
job and do the
things.
well,
same thing.
pretty.
I was gonna say the same thing,
But
chocolate.
there's
I was gonna say the same thing, yo. And
but
people pick
that's
and
the
choose
same
on what
thing
they
that
want to do.
happens.
Like they pick and choose what makes them feel good and what makes them feel right. If I feel as though this is good for me, then since my feeling says that, I'm going to do it. But when it comes to actually being a part of something that you should be a part of or shouldn't be a part of, then you choose to be. You know what? I'm not doing this because this person did it, and I saw that their life didn't go the way that they wanted it to go. So I'm not going to believe in it. But they'll do whatever their job tells them to do. So whatever the money tells them to do to get that money, they're going to do it, whether good or bad. I've noticed that.
Well, that's because of people and certain people's lives. People
Yeah,
have
same
greed.
here.
Yeah, that sounds
That's not
crazy.
necessarily
Sounds
It's
because of
busy
like
certain
most of
everybody's
the
things.
not
time.
willing to sell their soul for $1, if that's what you're
Right.
saying.
Well, the majority of
Yeah.
people are.
Like, but like, what? Okay.
And a lot of those people that are willing to sell their soul for $1 aren't stumbling between doing that and being a Christian. They pick their side.
I was being kind of facetious, but when you say sell your soul for $1, I just was talking about a job. So if you're still talking about a job, then we're talking about the same thing. I
When
don't want to switch it
when
back
the
and
guy
forth.
said, not what you said, but when the guy said, the job will tell you to do something good or bad for the money. So the bad for the money is what I consider selling your soul.
well, no. See,
Something
see,
outside of your moral values, code of conduct, ethics, things, principality, etc.
But morals are personal perceptions, though. Not
well, it's
everybody
not.
has the same morals.
Morals were really given to us by religion. If we didn't have religion, we wouldn't really have morals.
And that's what I'm
That's not
saying.
necessarily
It's
true
what
either
separates
because
us
it's
from
Bingo.
common
animals.
sense.
Yes, it is because
'Cause-
Um,
people follow the Bible and don't know they're actually doing it. Like they pick and choose. So, like for instance, you're not going to go unalive somebody. Well, that came from the commandments. But people be like, you know what? I'll follow this one, but don't follow that one. You're still following
No,
it.
you
But
gotta
you're
understand. If you were
choosing.
born into a religion and you strain away from it, your morale comes from what's rooted in you. So it takes a long time to indoctrinate. So people are that's natural when you're tearing away from something, but it's always been if you were born and raised in Christianity and you just started migrating away from it 2 years ago or 10 years ago, even, like what's your morale comes from what's instilled and embedded in you. And if you practice in a religion, then you've gotten a lot of that from there. So you're indoctrinated. That takes a lot to undo because you even have to understand the parts that are the indoctrination.
So you
And
said
a
so
lot of sorry.
you're telling me that it's indoctrinated to not unalive someone means you are now indoctrinated.
No,
Well,
that's
I'll
not.
put it like this. Hold on. I'll put it like this because you have those overseas people that be strapping stuff to them saying that they're going
That's
to
not,
do X, Y, Z.
that's
So
not what
when it
I
comes
asked.
to when it
That's not,
when it when it comes to something like that, they don't have the morale
but
from
that's not what I. But
like
that
how
that's
what
not what I.
Christianity has.
That's not what I asked, yo. The question was
it's
specific.
not what he asked at all. But
What was
attention
the question?
shoppers, we
But the
have exactly
context,
1 minute until the store is closing. 1 minute till the store is closing.
It
We
just-
appreciate you shopping here at Cabin Purchase Show, but soon it will be closing. Make all final purchases. Make your way to the registers. We appreciate your kind gestures and hope you have a wonderful night. Just giving that announcement. That's all.
Okay.
I'll tell
all
you
right.
what.
So
But
you
Thank you
what
so.
was
said
the question again?
I have to go
is
for dinner, but thank you so much. You seem like a. It's one of the nicest TikTok lives I've ever been a part of. Chi, Pretty the Wild Mr. Fuck, the game, whatever you are. I love you all. Thank you.
Yo, say
hey, good night. It's
wait,
always a vibe. Come
wait,
back.
say oh man, dang, he said Mr. Fool. That
Hey,
was
I
so mean.
appreciate
He
it. You
called
feel me? Like free.
That was fancy. Mr. Fool. Not Touche rolling in when we about to exit.
But
No.
what was your question, game? I ain't hear you.
What? Not you trying to extend the live.
No,
Oh,
I just wanted to hear
9:15.
his
Do
question.
y'all?
I'm finna drop. I just
Mr.
wanted to answer the
Fool
question.
already told y'all to get your stuff and bring
All
it to the
right.
register.
Well, y'all have a good day. Then never
Good
mind.
night,
Good
y'all.
night.
Good night. All right.